Hello and welcome to another episode of my Battletech Extended 3025 mod career. And unfortunately we ended last session with an infinite load mission, and we've looked into it last night. We couldn't get it to happen again, so fingers crossed it was probably just one of those rare vanilla bug issue things, and we're going to try it again. I reloaded the mission like a ton of times in a row and then force crashed and reloaded to see if we could get it to repeat the problem, but it didn't, so I think it's alright. So we're going to go in and try that mission again. And it was this one that crashed, and it seems to have no problems. But there's something in the back of my mind saying, oh, you know, Sod's Law says this is going to break. But it hasn't. It hasn't in testing, but we'll see. Right, let's get the mediums in, and I need one more. Let's take the charger, I guess. Or no, let's take the marauder. Actually, this is ridiculously low level mission. I just don't have enough lights or mediums to take out on this and make it feel fair for the AI. So we're gonna have to make it unfair for the AI and just crush them mercilessly. What am I looking at here? Black Cat's still injured, isn't he? Yeah, so we need to do these missions and travel, get Black Cat back, and then we can start leveling him up. Who shall I take in the Marauder? Somebody with heat skills. Catch is still on low spirits. Let's take Rylan. Hold on. Actually, Grom would be decent for this. Take Grom. There we go. So we've got Grom in the Marauder. Alto in the 4G. Do I really want that? Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, let's go. So this is a base capture. And yeah, very low level, should be pretty straightforward. But of course we are hoping to see new vehicles that were recently added in the last update to the mod. And of course there are many more mechs that we have not yet encountered. So fingers crossed for one of them. I think the Whitworth, is the Whitworth a medium mech? I think it is. I'm still short of a whole one of those. I wouldn't mind seeing a Whitworth if we can put one of those together. The Merlin as well, that's a heavy mech, but the Merlin is one I'd love to get my hands on. I think that's a 60 tonner. We've seen one or two times, but not got enough pieces of to make a whole one yet. Hey Sarge, how you doing? Sarge says, because I left early yesterday, the game said, why even bother? That could have been what happened, Sarge. It really could. I think, did we finished the mission? I think you had to leave during a mission or at the end of a mission, and then yeah, I didn't manage to get another one in because it went to the infinite load loop, and then by the time I'd finished faffing around sorting that out and reloading the game, there wasn't enough time for another mission. So we went and raided Battletech yesterday. After that, and he was of course playing Rogue Tech. Okay, it worked. Everything's fine so far. Okay. Yes, this map. I think the last time we were on this map, we faced a really nasty... I mean, it's not going to happen on this level of difficulty, but we were playing a high level one, and we faced a really nasty couple of Lancers, one of which was a very PPC-based support Lance. If I remember rightly, there was a lot of retreating and getting shot to pieces and scraping our way through the mission with bits hanging off our mechs.
Be there in a jet. Moving to position.
And yeah, the awesome with the triple PPCs, that variant. I remember that one was giving me trouble.
Location confirmed. Certainly.
But yes, this will be very different as we're on a much lower difficulty mission. So I'm not too worried about anything I might encounter here. Pretty sure we've got the tools to deal with whatever we come up against.
Aye, aye.
Okay. So what do I have? A couple of turrets so far and nothing else. So I guess we'll get Alto to sensor lock something. And then what have I got? I think I've got one LRM mech, haven't I? Yeah, I've got the Centurion LRM and the Marauder's long range. So yeah, we can make the most of this, can't we? So let's sensor lock that turret.
Sensors locked on.
Standard LRM. Alright, definitely want to get rid of that.
Leaving you.
So let's get Emperor Krang into position. We'll rain some missiles in and then probably finish it off with the Marauder if it doesn't die in one.
Targeting for an elf strip. Yes, Commander.
Okay. Just positioning Shell with the Hunchback 4P over this side because, you know, this is the route up and down. If you haven't got jump jets and you can't just hop up or down this cliff, this is the way down. So I'm expecting to encounter something in that direction at some stage. But right, first things first, so need Gromulus to finish off this turret. I'll switch off the ballistics, fire an extra PPC just in case he misses with one, and that should be a dead turret. There we go.
Here we go.
Okay, I'm glad to get that one out of the way. LRM turrets are a pain. And can pretty much shoot you from anywhere as long as the enemy gets a lock on you or line of sight. Alright, I'm going to keep moving this way.
I understand.
And I'm going to sensor lock the next turret now with Alto.
Got a lock.
Which is a sniper turret. Another turret well worth getting rid of in my opinion.
Commander.
The LRM ones and the sniper ones being the most dangerous because they have the most reach. The shredder turrets, they're nasty too, but if you stay outside of the range of the AC-20 and SRMs, you've got nothing to fear from those. You just sensor lock them and destroy them from far away. Just don't walk down the barrel of their guns and you're alright. And then, of course, you know, there are the laser turrets and things as well. And yeah, they're not really too scary. Same reason. Just stay out of range and you're all good.
Moving out.
And of course, sensor lock proving to be an incredibly useful skill. As ever. Oh, welcome back, Sarge.
Standing by.
I think I'll take a risk here with Grom
Position.
and just be
Confirmed.
sitting out of cover for a time. In fact, it's not a risk if I do vigilance, is it? Do that. I've got plenty of resolve to spend.
Confirmed.
And
Fire.
hopefully smash this turret. Yep, there we go. That's 2 turrets down now. Still no enemy mechs seen. I'm assuming some will show up before too long. And I know reinforcements can sometimes get dropped off. Was it there or there? Ah, voice going already. There we go. Just got it back. Yeah, somewhere in this vicinity, reinforcements can be
Yes,
dropped.
Commander.
So I must keep an eye out for that occurring. Be wary of where my rear armor's facing. Don't want to have them drop in and immediately smash the backs of my mechs up, do I? Right, what's this turret? Standard LRM. Another LRM turret. Okay. Well, I'm very glad to be having the opportunity to take these out without them having chance to shoot me at all. And with no enemy mechs in sight. This is all free. Free damage for no return. Right.
Receiving you.
And once again, I'll have Grom with the finish.
Aye, aye.
And there it goes.
Target eliminated.
Only one more turret to deal with now.
Good to go.
And I'm starting to wonder...
Heads up, Commander.
Ah, there we go.
Hostile contacts inbound.
Starting to wonder where the enemies are and what they're doing. But here we go. So they have been dropped in. What do we see? 50, 40, 65, 45. Okay. So just a single heavy mech amongst that lance. It's similar to what we're running, 3 mediums and a heavy, only we do definitely have the tonnage advantage here. Right then. Let's start getting stuck in, I suppose. Now, do I want to pull them towards me? I think I probably do, but we've got one more turret to take care of. So I'm just going to pull Alto back a little bit. Sensor lock that last turret, get that dealt with, just in case it's something that has range or LRMs that could be a pain while I'm engaging the mechs. And yeah, it's a standard sniper turret. I mean, it could be a problem. So we're going to get that knocked out. And then we can focus our full attention on whatever these mechs are. And obviously we see the first one is a Hunchback 4N. And yeah, he's packing an AC-5, 2 LRM-5s, 4 medium lasers, and a small laser.
Hey there.
Alright. So that's a Phoenix Hawk. Okay, not too scary, particularly not if he misses like that. I think I did, Sarge. Yeah, I think, was it 1 or 2 pieces of that?
Commander.
We'll see what we can get out of it anyhow. Right, now Shell is out of range for shooting the turret, but she's in range for shooting back at this Hunchback 4N. So I'm going to give her vigilance because she's going to end up doing some tanking this round. And we're just going to fire wildly and inaccurately at this Hunchback. Knock some evasion off at the very least. We've done a little bit of damage to him as well. But what I'm going to be focusing on this turn is just finishing off that turret. A Vulcan 5T. Now, we definitely want pieces of this. It's a terrible mech. Like, don't get mistaken. Don't mistake my my enthusiasm for like, oh, this must be an awesome mech. It's not. It's pretty bad. It's just a variant that I don't have yet. And out of the 2 Vulcan variants in the game, there's the 5T and the 2T. The 2T is by far the worst. This one's kind of usable in that you've got a lot more energy slots. I think the 2T just has 2 energy hardpoints, and you can fit 3 machine guns in there as well, something like that. This is a little better. It is only a 40-ton mech, so, you know, it's all relative. But out of the 40-ton mechs that I've encountered so far in the game, the Vulcan has been the most reasonable in terms of being able to fit weapons in it and armor as well, rather than having to make a choice between one or the other. There are other 40-ton mechs in the game that I've not encountered though, so you know, I might find one of those and decide, oh, actually this is the best 40-tonner. But at the moment, that 5T is the one that I've used that I thought, you know, was okay, and I've used that on my non-stream career basically. Yeah, I'm gonna call an event here. Just want to finish that turret, get that dealt with. I mean, I know I could do it with 1 PPC shot, but I'd rather not run the risk of missing. There's a 5% chance of missing.
Target destroyed.
So far that's 2 mediums that are potentially worth my while salvaging. I'm not even sure we have a whole 5SS Thunderbolt either. That's something possibly worth. So basically we just close our eyes, shoot anything, and whatever blows up we can get good salvage from, except for this Phoenix Hawk. We don't want that. No, they're terrible.
Orders.
Hey Rylan, how you doing? He says, have you played far enough into the future that new mechs are showing up? I've played pretty far into the future now. What are we, like several years in? There's a chance, yeah, because I think I've gone past 3028 at this point, I think, Ryland. So there is a chance. I'm just not sure if I've encountered any of those yet. The main reason I'm not sure is because I don't know what they are. So Maybe Harry could show up at some point and tell us, oh yeah, you've encountered this. This doesn't show up till this year. But at the moment, I haven't a clue. We'll just have to wait and see. But I definitely think I've played enough years for stuff to start appearing. Because we have gone on quite far in this playthrough. Right, what should I do here? Shell doesn't have cool shot mastery, does she? I don't think so. Let me just check. No, she absolutely does not. Okay. Then yeah, we'll just shoot randomly then. Yeah, I know. We've still not seen a wasp, have we? Yeah. The two new models that got added with the latest update, the updated Stinger and updated Wasp mech models, and we've seen plenty of the Stingers, but still not seen a single Wasp. No idea why. It's just luck of the draw. I've seen other people encounter them, just not me. But that's the thing, when there's so many mechs in the game, you do see a whole variety of things, and different people in different playthroughs are going to encounter slightly different things. Obviously, we'll all encounter the common stuff fairly regularly. That stands to reason, but you get a different set of rare things in each playthrough. Or I mean, we went for a long time where we hardly saw any catapults, and then was it last session or the session before? I think it was last session. We just saw loads of catapult C1s. Just all of a sudden, they just kept appearing. It's just RNG, really, isn't it? Right. What do I want to shoot here? Started work on this hunchback, but I wouldn't mind maybe just legging that and leaving myself the option of salvage at the end of the mission. Definitely want to give myself salvage options on the 5T. Phoenix Hawk I don't care about, so maybe I'll just smash this Phoenix Hawk, get that out of the way. Okay. Time to get Alto involved with the AC-20. The question is, how close am I willing to risk taking him to get a better shot? It's risky. It's risky. Oh, hold on. No, that's the wrong mech. That's the one I want to get. Oh, so I don't need to go as close, do I? Yeah, there's fine. Alright. We'll go here, and I'll give him some vigilance for survivability, and we'll smash up a Phoenix Hawk, in theory.
As you wish.
Yes, good. AC-20 round hit. The most important thing. Right. Oh, it's only open to side torso. Alright, Gromp. We need some accurate shooting here. Back him away a little.
On it.
And I think I'll go for a precision strike. Try to get this finished. Oh, need to switch PPC off.
Got it.
This build is, of course, quite hot on a heavy mech. 2 PPCs and an AC-5, but pretty effective if you do manage to fire that full alpha strike. What is today's date? It's the 20-something, isn't it, Rylan? Hold on. Let me just check. So we are, yes. So on Sunday, the clocks change in Britain, which means I will be returning to the 10 AM start time for you guys in the States. Well, 10 AM Eastern, I should say. Yeah, so I'll be starting an hour earlier again, as our clocks will sync up. But apparently the EU has voted to get rid of daylight savings time, so in a couple of years we won't be messing around with clock changes anymore, which sounds like a nice idea to me. I think it's something Britain's going to adopt as well, regardless of the whole Brexit thing.
As you wish.
Right, so this Phoenix Hawk is down. Let's make the most of that. Try to get him finished. There we go. Yes, so My start time will remain the same if you're in Europe or the UK,
Orders.
but if you're in America, my start time will be an hour earlier than you've been used to for the last 2 weeks. I think Shell can afford to stay there. She's not really taking that much damage. She's doing just fine. So let's go for Vigilance. And what do I want to nail next? I want to save that Vulcan. Preferably want to leg that Hunchback. So I guess we'll shoot up the Thunderbolt then. Let's just try to kill that.
Good to go.
Oh yeah, that Thunderbolt, what was it? Was it 5D or something that we saw the other day? That might be one that only starts showing up after a certain time. I'm not 100% though. No, you've got that backwards, Sarge. UK ahead of the times.
Yes, Commander.
Right, what am I going to do here? Yeah, just throw some LRMs
Heading out.
at that Thunderbolt. I guess this is what we'll focus down for now.
In all weather.
Now then, need to get Grom a line of sight to that Thunderbolt. A little bit awkward. Oh, he actually has one from where he's standing. Oh, that'll do then. We'll hold firm, and I'm going to go for a precision strike. Get this guy killed quickly.
Attacking from position. Damage is light. Yes, Commander.
Yeah, let's back away a little.
Affirmative.
Go for some more vigilance and just shoot. Oh, no. Let's vent some heat first, then shoot at the Thunderbolt. He's getting worn down, so another volley of 7 medium lasers will certainly be significant to him. Right. Oh man, if only I didn't want to salvage that Vulcan. I've got such a sweet backshot opportunity there. But I want to salvage it, so I can't just take that and obliterate it. I need to go for this Thunderbolt still.
Of course.
Now I have moved close to the Vulcan. It can't do enough melee damage to punch me out of the cockpit in one, so that's why I'm willing to risk going close to it. Obviously anything that has 61 damage or higher in melee, I don't like getting close to, because you never know when they might just run up and punch your pilot to death. But as you can see, this guy going for a melee attack only did 45 damage. It's not enough to worry about.
I'm hit, Commander.
Managed to get a headshot. I think that was with one of the machine guns. So she should be fine for armor. Yeah, she's doing absolutely fine. That right leg, not so fine though.
Need something, Chief? Affirmative.
Yeah, that's right, Sarge. Yeah. It's very new to Battletech. Yeah, I think that was just about essentially the other guy that was talking about it had seen a fan-made one, and of course the fan-made version was much older, but obviously Harry doesn't use fan-designed mechs in the mod. He uses official, sanctioned cannon mechs. So
Standing by.
that design had been made that designation had been made into a cannon mech, and I think that's where the confusion stemmed from. King Killjoy, hello, nice to see you. I remember rightly, you were watching HBFT's stream last night. Is that right? I was watching that. I'm sure I recognise your name from there. Yes, that's right. Yeah. So he popped in and was watching my stream yesterday, and then I checked out his last night. He's streaming the same mod, Battletech Extended 3025. He seems like a really nice guy. He was very enjoyable to watch. Very, very calm, chilled out. Nice kind of dude. Right, that leg is going to fall off. That leg is not going to last. I perhaps should have twisted that away, but never mind. Instead, let's go for a precision strike and just wreck this Thunderbolt, so there's less damage coming at me. In theory, if it goes down, there it goes. Good. Yeah, so check his channel out. It's what is it? HBFT_gaming, I think. And he's still trying to reach his 50 followers target. So if anyone's interested or feeling nice and friendly, go help him out by giving him a follow. Help him hit that target.
Waiting for orders.
He just discovered the goodness that is Grasshopper's machine gun build. Yeah, because he was using the fire starters, and he was getting recommended to build a fire starter. I think it was by Garrisoned, getting recommended to build a fire starter with the 6 machine guns. He went for 2 medium lasers and some jump jets, whereas I prefer to drop the jump jets and go for an extra medium laser. But it's still pretty damn good, and it was so fun to watch him for the first time get behind a mech and let rip with all of those machine guns. He was like, whoa, he was loving it. We made a new convert. He loved the machine guns. Thank you very much for the follow, King Killjoy. Thank you. Cheers for that.
I'm falling.
Oh, that leg went. I knew that was going to happen. Never mind.
Oh, I'm going to need a medic.
Eat critical as well. Yes. I forgot that this Vulcan has flamers. Where has it gone? There it is. Well, it's got a single flamer. Oh, not anymore. It's not. It's now out of ammo. But yeah, that's fine. I mean, the leg we've lost there, it's just got 4 normal heat sinks in. We can replace that. I'm not really worried.
How might I help?
No problem. So, now I'm into the realm of stuff that I want to salvage. So, I think I might try my luck at a headshot with my AC-20 into this Vulcan 5T. What's the worst that can happen, eh? Right, so it's a 15%er. Here we go. Come on, Alto. Don't let us down.
It will be done.
Ooh, where did we hit it? Where did we hit it? I'm not sure. It didn't look good. I know that much, and it certainly wasn't the head. Oh, no, the worst place. No, that was the worst place we could have hit it. Center torso. So, yeah, we're probably not salvaging much of that Vulcan, are we? Never mind. Alright, see if I can get Grom into the side arc. Yeah, it looks like the best I can manage. And yeah, I guess we'll just shoot into the side and hope for the best. Hope we don't destroy the CT. Okay, we got a right arm.
Reporting. Critical hit.
We'd rather it was the leg, but we got a knockdown, so that's a pilot injury. Have to try to keep track of that. Sarge says, you picked Alto to shoot the head. I know, I keep doing that with him. And he keeps letting me down. No, except for that one time. That one time on the, what was it, on the Merlin or something? He did get that final machine gun finished, didn't he? Okay, Alto. While this guy is down, I'm not gonna go for the head now. It's just too risky. I'm gonna try to take a leg off. Oh, no. Man, I need to wait for him to stand up, don't I, really? But alright, let's drop some heat first. Switch off the medium lasers. And I want to cause a pilot injury, so maybe if I shoot this torso... He's going to hit the center. He's going to hit the center. Oh, no, he's done it. He's done it. Surgical precision there with an AC-20. We got the left torso off, so that's not bad. Okay. Right. Emperor Krang can't afford to be shooting at that Vulcan. I need to shoot at the Hunchback with Emperor Krang. Play safe. Sarge praying to RNGesus for us there. Okay. I need to reserve. I need this guy to stand up. Oh crap! I should have got Shell up. What am I thinking? Forgot she was lying down. Oh no, she's gonna take more damage. It's fine. She's not dead. It's all good.
Took a hard hit there.
Right. So now we need to take a leg off.
Receiving you. Heading out.
Should have enough resolve for a precision strike here. And I'm gonna have to turn something off. Right, come on, Grom. Don't let me down here, mate. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Both shots hitting the leg. That's what we want. Right. Let's get Shell up. How am I going to do this? Oh, she can't actually move anywhere. She's stuck. She's being trapped. Okay, let's angle like that and then brace. We need to lose heat and she's going to take some punishment, so may as well prepare for it. Aha, you missed. Well, missed with the AC-5 anyway. That's the biggest chunk of single damage that thing can put out. Single location damage. Right, so now it's time to leg this guy again. And we're going to give this super delicate job to Alto. Because it amuses me to take the risk and watch him. See if he pulls it off or screws it up. Right, precision strike. Leg. 87%. I mean, come on. This is good. Sarge is holding his head in his hands. 87% chance, Sarge. This is good odds here. This is good. He can do this, right? No, the answer is no, he can't. I'm thinking now that maybe the AC-20 wasn't the best. Wasn't the best gun for that job. I did have two perfectly good medium lasers I could have brought to the task. Oh dear. It makes me laugh. Oh dear.
Receiving you.
Alright. We've still got this Hunchback fore end that we could get some salvage out of. I'm going to go for taking this leg off. It's not a very good chance with Shell. But we don't need too many hits on it. There we go. That did the job. So left leg gone. I'm going to try to take the other leg so we get two pieces of potential salvage out of this Hunchback fore end.
Standing by.
And now he's down. Grom can go for the other leg here. That looked good. Just needs a finish now.
Yes, Commander.
And who better for this job than Alto? How many hit points has it got? Apparently that leg has 0 hit points. Doesn't really make sense to me, but okay, we'll use the medium lasers then. So I was like, no! It's alright, he's got this. It's all good. Something's definitely gone wrong here, I think, because that leg's showing up as 0. That ain't right. I'm not going to be able to kill it. Right, let's reserve a whole bunch and let him stand up and then see what happens.
Awaiting orders.
King Killjoy, that's insane. Says, I remember a build I did in Rogue Tech mod I forget the mech, but I know it was one of the biggest possible. No armor. So always a good start. No armor, 10 LRM-20s and missile accuracy mech mods. Best range support I ever had. Yeah, I suppose if you sit it at the back and nothing ever shoots at it, that's going to be brutal, isn't it? Oh man, I'm not understanding this zero armor on the leg thing. I thought they fixed this bug with the last update to the official game. But this is something slightly new, maybe. Curious. Well, I guess I'm just going to have to try to shoot that leg, and if it doesn't come off, I'll just have to kill him the old-fashioned way.
Confirmed.
Yeah, see? That looked like it hit the leg, but instead of hitting the leg, it's hit torso. That's really weird. Yeah, look at that. It did hit the leg. The leg is gone. We now have a legless mech floating around. What is going on? You have no legs. Why are you standing? What's this all about? Oh, there are no words. The game just does not want me to salvage this, does it? Look, there's nothing left of the legs. Right. CT it is. I mean, I suppose I could... Oh, no, I haven't got enough resolve to try for a headshot. Okay, well, you know, Alto definitely is up here. In fact, what? Hold on a minute. Alto can't even shoot. I can't even attack it. Yeah, this bug is not gone from the game, is it? It absolutely is not gone. And how am I going to pull this off when I've got to destroy the pirate reinforcements?
Yes, Commander.
Hairbrained, I thought you fixed this. I thought you fixed this. I was so excited when it was apparently fixed.
As you wish.
But this is not fixed. Is he still going to be able to shoot me? He's got a small laser and a medium laser. Oh man, I'm going to have to hobble away. What is this craziness? Hey guys, how you doing? Hold on a minute. That's what Hotto was linking. I guess it seems appropriate. But I don't understand. Oh man.
Position confirmed.
That's so annoying. So I'm actually going to get no salvage out of that hunchback.
Reporting.
Alright, Shell, keep running away.
Good to go.
Yeah, he's definitely dead. He's not able to shoot me, but yeah. Okay, in that case, we'll just go stand on the mission objective point, and hopefully it will end. I just won't get the bonus for killing the reinforcements. I'm really concerned that I'm going to be forced to withdraw from this,
Moving out.
because it might be a requirement of the mission for me to finish off the reinforcements.
Keeping my heat low. Have no doubt it will be done. Keeping my heat low.
Okay.
Aye, aye.
Okay.
Keeping my heat low.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm screwed. I'm absolutely screwed. I'm going to have to withdraw because that's the only way of completing this mission now. Damn it. I really hate it when the game screws you like that. Down to a bug. So, yeah. If you haven't noticed it already, look. This guy is dead. He's got no legs. He's not able to act. It's a dead mech. I won, damn it. But I'm going to be forced to withdraw because this thing has bugged out and refused to die. And again, this is a problem we've encountered in the vanilla game. This is the first time I've encountered it since the update to the vanilla game. And I thought they'd fix this problem, but apparently not. As quite clearly you can see, 2 red blips as well, showing that he's definitely lost both legs. According to the game, we can see on the paper doll, definitely both legs gone. This is an ex-mech. Yet, there it stands. And there's not a damn thing I can do about it, so I'm going to have to withdraw.
Commander is order.
Mission failed. Enter the Nub. Hello, that's a new name in chat. Nice to meet you. I'm playing an Iron Man save, so unfortunately I can't save scum like that for situations such as this. I just have to take the loss. Luckily it doesn't happen too often, but it is frustrating when it does. But yeah, of course, if you're not playing Iron Man, you can always just restart the mission, play it again, and not encounter the bug. But yeah, nothing I can do about it here, I'm afraid. Well, I at least get to choose one piece of salvage. Yeah, so I could see. There's another thing. Like, it did recognise that it was dead, because in terms of salvage, I'm allowed to salvage it. So yeah, my options here. I want to take either the Vulcan or the Hunchback. It makes more sense to take this Hunchback, because then I can complete a whole one of those. But the Vulcan 5T, I would really like to get my hands on as well. So yeah, as you can see on the Vulcan 5T, you've got 5 energy hard points, 2 support weapon hard points, potential of 6 jump jets as well. It's much better than the 2T. And we don't have a whole one of these, but since I can only take one piece of salvage out of this mission, we may as well complete the Hunchback 4N, which I don't think I have a whole one of yet. No, you can't attack it either, Hotto. Yeah, no, it's completely balked. There's nothing you can do about it. Just the way it goes sometimes. It's actually been quite a lot of episodes since the last time that occurred. The last one it happened to me on was a Black Knight on a mission many moons ago now. But I thought they'd fixed this. I thought that problem was fixed with the latest update to the game, because I've not encountered it since then, but there we go, right there and then. It just happened. Usually it's from CT, though, when I've encountered it. So you blow out the CT, but the mech doesn't die. But this time, that was both legs taken off and it didn't go down. Unreal. Never mind. Otto says, I named it the Lieutenant Dan glitch. Nice.
Cleared for fighting.
Okay, so we got a whole Hunchback 4N. That's going into storage. I've got a lot of stuff being worked on at the moment. Definitely need to travel somewhere. I'm going to run out of mechs at this rate. Not all of it is from stuff being damaged. Some of it is sticking in new equipment. But yeah, this 4P definitely needs a refit. We did lose a whole leg from it. So let's fix this up. And it's just a bunch of heat sinks that I need to throw in it. And we have, what, 201 heat sinks right now. So yeah, I think we can afford this. Not really a problem, is it? There we go. Let's confirm. Oh, hold on. While I'm at it, I could put some other stuff in, couldn't I? I've got 5 minus 30% stability damage taken gyros. So we'll stick 1 in there. Why not? And what else can I stick in? Got +1 resolve gain, or I could go for injury resist or rangefinder. Yeah, rangefinder could be fun for. Oh no, hold on. There's no need. Most of the time, my mediums are very brawly. Yeah, let's just go for the resolve. And do I want to upgrade the lasers while I'm at it? What have I got in terms of medium laser improvements? I've got 4 that do +10 damage. And 3 that do +5 damage. Yeah, we could beef this up a lot, couldn't we? Let's do it. There we go. And 1 more. And we're done. Yes. Look at that. So what's that going to be now? 230 Alpha Strike. That's pretty respectable for a 50-tonner. And that's going to take 7 days to fix up. No worries.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too hard.
Enter the Nub. Yes, I totally get what you're saying there. He says, I considered an Iron Man playthrough, but seeing bugs like this made me not want to deal with it. Yeah, I completely understand that. Like when I just play non-streaming, when I just play for my own enjoyment, I don't actually use Iron Man for the same reason that I really hate getting screwed out of my win by an occasional game bug. And, you know, I will reiterate, they're not that common. It's only once in a blue moon. But when it does happen, it really annoys me. So I prefer, in those circumstances, to be able to just replay the mission and not get cheated out of my win. But when streaming this game, I'm aware that if you don't play on Iron Man, people will accuse you of save scumming or, you know, messing about off stream and all sorts of stuff like that, just because people tend to be unbelieving shitwads sometimes, even if you're not doing that kind of thing. And the only way you can kind of give yourself the best opportunity to say, look, this is legit, is to play Iron Man mode, and so they know that you've not messed around. Or, I mean, there are still some people who claim, well, you could mess with this file and that file, but whatever. I don't understand all of the messing about with files myself, so yeah, you make your own mind up. But yeah, Iron Man is the only way that I can make it, you know, clear that this is as legit as possible. Otherwise, yeah, I would absolutely not be using Iron Man. I think someone phrased it, honest man is a better way of going about it, which is, yeah, you've got the ability to reload if you need to due to a game glitch, but you just are honest with yourself and don't save scum just because you lost a mission or lost a pilot, and that's the policy I prefer personally. But yeah, for the purpose of streaming, it seems it has to be Iron Man really. Otherwise, people will try to, you know, make out like you're cheating your way through or whatever, which clearly I'm not. You know, who needs to cheat at this game anyway? I mean, it's not that hard, and like unless you set your difficulty settings to what Hotakukan plays on, it's not that bad, you know. So yeah, we should have one more mission to do. And here it is, settling a grudge. So 3.5 in the Badlands. I'm kind of running out of mechs to use now. Ah, it's against the Federated Suns. Cool. I like fighting them because maybe we'll see a Night Star. Probably not on this difficulty setting though. Still got plenty of pilots though. And what's this? This is hot environment, so I need to bring somebody along that can cope with that. Let's get Rylan in. Yes, why not? So we've got Rylan, Krang, Alto, and Grom, and 3.5 Skull. There was quite a high payout, so should I try? Oh no, I can't because most of them are in repairs after that nasty mission I did last. I was thinking, should I try taking my heavies out for this? But actually, that's not even on the table because most of those are getting repaired right now. So I guess we'll take what I've got left, which isn't that much in this location. Let's have a look. Oh, I mean, we've got an Atlas. We could bring out this Stalker for a change. We've not used that in a while. Let's stick Rylan in that. It's got an absolute ton of SRMs. He does love his missiles. And then what? Then what? Should I take an LRM mech? Yeah, let's do that. Definitely need to leave the Marauder out because it's too hot for the Marauder. Let's take the Harrylander out for a spin. So we've got Grom in the Harrylander. Oh, should put Grom in the Gromulus really, shouldn't I? But then I don't have a suitable scout mech. This is what makes it awkward because Grom is set up to be a sniper, but he wants to pilot the Gromulus. And that is not set up for a sniper. Well, let's do some jiggling about. That means I've got to leave the Harrylander out. And I'll take... Should I take the King Crab here? Yeah, okay. So Alto can scout in that King Crab. I've got the Wrecking Ball out, so Rylan's got to go in the Wrecking Ball. There's no other way about that. So Emperor Krang ends up in the Stalker. All right. Okay, enough fiddling about. We're going in. There we go. So, where are we at now? Just rock 4 dual AC2 Urbies. No. Sounds like a bad idea to me. Yeah, let's hope there's no more glitches today, eh? Samurai, you're about, aren't you? You're usually fiddling in about and looking at the files. I don't suppose you remember what faction I'm most likely to encounter a Merlin against, do you? Because I'd really like to get my hands on a Merlin. And Harry's not around for me to ask him. Or do any of you you lore heads know? Who am I most likely to find a Merlin from? Who do I need to fight to find a Merlin?
Time to get paid.
Ah, this map. Yes. Okay. Not necessarily a good map for me to have brawlers on. All right. So how am I gonna do this? Normally I like going over here and then using my long range, but I did take an LRM mech though, didn't I? Yeah, but that's like the only long range mech I've got really. Oh, I've got a couple of AC-10s on that crab. Okay.
Ready for orders.
Let's go for a risky split of the forces, which I don't normally like doing, but if I leave my brawlers up there, then move my range guys down to where I'd normally go. Ah, Syrian, thank you. Syrian says Merlin is Fedcom, so mostly Davian, I think. Sarge says Lyransfield Merlins. Okay. So either Davian or Steiner is where I should be checking out, I suppose.
Moving to position. Reporting.
Hotto says Doyle is a mech fiend. First it was a thug, now it's a Merlin. Oh no. We've had way more than that. That's what I do. I collect the mechs. I love to play Pokemech. On MWO, I was one of those people that bought like virtually every package while I was playing the game. I'd buy the top tier of every mech package. I lost count of how many mechs. Lots of mechs. Over 300, I believe, by the time I stopped playing that game. Obviously, they brought out a lot more mech packs since then, but do you want to buy a mech pack? Yes, please, was my usual answer. I had many mechs. Because, yeah, one of the things I like about the Battletech universe is just the variation open to you in the games, you know, just the freedom to build mechs however you like, and of course the freedom to have so many different mech chassis and variants. So whatever mood takes you, you've got something to play with. So yeah.
Receiving you. Confirmed.
Yeah, more mechs are free. Yeah, in this game they are. Yeah, they weren't in MechWarrior Online though. You had to you had to pay for everything. I don't even want to add up how much I would have spent on that game over the years. I'm pretty sure it would shock and horrify me.
Waiting for orders.
Right, so I'm facing up these two because reinforcements come in from that angle and pretty much without fail every time you play this map. So just going to prepare those guys to face off against that, and then my long-range guys are going to deal with this stuff over here. I'm going to use Alto to spot, and then Rylan to wreck.
Give them everything you got.
Ah, so Sarge says Fedcom uses Merlins also after they destroyed the Ventral Mech plant. Okay. 70, 60, 60. Right. I'm going to sense lock the 70 in case it's an archer. It is an archer. Oh, that's a less common archer variant now. We've got the 2K, 2 LRM-15s, and 2 large lasers. I believe that's a Kurita variant, isn't it? Obviously, House Davian have stolen that. What else? We've got Ossol 4D, and who knows what the other one is.
Standing by.
But Ryland has some work to do here. I'll just stay where I am. And how should I go about this? Go for that side torso, I think. Yeah, that was an interesting thing to hear about MechWarrior 5 that I wasn't really expecting. Hotakuken's mentioning that it will be open to mods through the Steam Workshop when MechWarrior 5 comes out. I think that's a good thing. Because so often modding communities can make a game way more awesome than its original form. This one being a good example. Also, you know, things like Skyrim was given such a huge lease of life thanks to the mod community. Mount and Blade, like anyone that played that will know full well that that game would never have had the success that it had without, you know, the vast variety of mods that were available to it. Mount and Blade Warband.
Standing by.
So yeah, making a game moddable and easy to mod is a huge deal. Now, unfortunately, this is not the easiest game to mod.
It's go time.
But you never know. Perhaps they will realise how successful this game has become thanks to the mod community, and perhaps in the future facilitate things being a little easier, which would be nice. But we'll have to wait and see.
On it.
Either way, people make it work as it is, and they do a good job of it. Definitely adds so much content to what, in my opinion, was already a good game, but a good game that didn't have enough toys for me to play with. You know, as I said, I do like to collect them all.
You have orders? As you wish.
Get wrecked.
Hostile removed.
I'm picking up a new sensor track. Looks like enemy reinforcements.
Otto says, one of my followers put it best, if there's co-op and there's friendly fire, then there's PvP.
Receiving you.
Yes, potentially. So Sarge says, the Archer 2K was built for Kurita about 2460, I think.
Commander?
Is interesting to know. I don't remember if we ever got a whole one of those. Oh, there's a 40 tonner there. Is the Whitworth 40 tons? I've got a feeling like the Whitworth might be 40 tons. Maybe that's something we can salvage.
Waiting for orders.
What am I going to do here?
Hey there. Copy that.
Yeah, MWO is definitely not pay to win, Syrian. Like, no, not at all. All it is like pay to get hold of some mech variants a little bit earlier than the public. That's all. And it doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, they're always better than everything else out there, because, you know, some of the mechs that come out aren't. You know, it just depends what you do with them. Largely, winning in that game is down to how good you are. Take it from me, you know, I played that game competitively at the top level for a long time. I would not call it pay to win. It's just like most things these days, it's just pay to get early access to stuff. So you know, you'll if you buy the mech pack, you get access to the mech, say like a month or whatever earlier than the public can just grind it out for free. That's it really. Plus you might get some extra cosmetic items, but none of that is pay to win. That's, you know, cosmetics don't help you win.
Damage is minor, Commander.
Oh, yeah, the argument with the hero mechs, Syndrin, I can tell you that there's only been 2 hero mechs that I remember that were used in competition. Like these days, I'm pretty sure, well, my league certainly banned the use of hero mechs across the board. They're not allowed in competition. But there were only ever 2 hero mechs while they were allowed that ever made the cut for being competitive, and that was the Dragon Slayer, which was a Victor variant, and the Oxide, which was a Jenna variant. They were the only 2 ever out of all the many hero mechs that were counted as being truly competitive by top level teams. And you know, obviously hero mechs got outlawed in the comp scene, so everything was fair and balanced. That being said, you know, nowadays, like the Dragon Slayer is terrible. You know, like nobody would use that in comp. Like these things get nerfed, so they do try to make sure those hero mechs they're not overpowered. They're just something a little bit different, you know.
Certainly.
But again, I still insist it's not pay to win. If it was like all of the comp stuff, we'd have all been running nothing but hero mechs, and we absolutely were not. You know, like most of the hero mechs were just a joke, like to the comp scene, because they weren't competitive.
Receiving you.
Right, let's smash up some mechs. It is a Whitworth, awesome. There we go. So it looks like a trebuchet. It's very similar to a trebuchet, but it's a little shorter and a little fatter. But that is a 40-ton mech, and I would quite like to salvage that if I can, because I don't have a whole one yet. Let's go for a headshot. Why not? No, we're not lucky. We are not even a little bit lucky, are we?
Target's taken a critical hit. Ready for orders.
I don't want to shoot with that. Okay. I want to be careful about how I take that Whitworth apart, so
Receiving you.
I'm just going to have to not shoot at that. I think I'm going to move the Stalker just to get a line of sight
Affirmative.
for Rylan on this Ostrock, and we're just going to brace. It's really all I'm doing is providing a view so that Rylan can fire some missiles at this guy here. So I want to be a little bit more delicate about trying to take that Whitworth apart. Already failing, already using AC-20s for the job. But never mind. Right, let's fire some LRMs. Hey Infernal, how you doing? Yeah, comp play with stop mechs is not something that appealed to me even a little bit, Hotakukan. I thought that was a terrible idea personally, and I think the vast reduction in the number of teams existing in the comp scene is as a direct consequence of some of the decisions PGI has made in running tournaments itself. And I feel like I am in every position to have an opinion on that, having basically been by far the most successful competition in MechWarrior Online for a long time. I own it, you know. So I do know what I'm talking about. I know what made it successful. I know what made it work. And yeah, oh, there we go. We've got another one of those Thunderbolt 5Ds, and I don't think PGI ever really have quite understood fully how to make the most of their comp scene themselves. I think they take advice from the wrong people. I think they make poor decisions with it, and as a consequence, while I was running MRBC, we were breaking records every season for sign-ups of teams. The comp scene was growing and growing and growing. Then PGI got involved and started running their own tournaments as well, and the scene started shrinking. And yeah, it's now a shadow of its former self. That there are hardly any teams now, and a lot of the good players that previously were involved have left the game. Granted, that stuff can happen over time anyway, with burnout and people getting bored. But the thing was that the scene was growing, and now it's shrinking, and I've backed off from it. I think it's now become a case of flogging a dead horse.
Of course.
But nobody ever really wanted stock in the comp scene. That was not, like Russ said, he was trying to appeal to beer league warriors, and it's like a complete misunderstanding of what the comp scene is in any game there. The competitive scene is for the most competitive, try-hard types. It is not something that appeals to beer league warriors, people who are just playing for fun. Because playing for fun and playing competitively are two very different things. And so making your tournament something that's deliberately meant to be appealing to non-competitive types is by default making it unappealing to competitive types. And a lot of the fun of Battletech games, as I've said many times before, is being able to build your own stuff. Like, we used to spend literally hours coming up with drop decks and mech builds. We would work out things to the finest detail, calculating this and that, testing this and that, and spend hours upon hours training it. Okay, and then you take that away and go, okay, stock mechs only, and that just removes like almost everything that a lot of the people leading comp teams and running the strategies for them found fun. It's just taken away from them, just like that, so unsurprisingly, that didn't appeal to too many. But I mean, one of the things I think is a key to it is I ran MRBC as a league system, because a league system can be inclusive to people of all levels. So you've got the super tryhards at the top, and you've got the more chilled out players at the bottom that still want to have a go at competing, but don't want to just get stomped by the top teams in the world over and over, because that's no fun for them. And I think a league system was great. The problem with what PGI have done with their tournaments is that, in my opinion, they've never run it as a league system, but they've tried to be inclusive in other ways, like by making it a stock mech tournament. And it just doesn't work that way, Oh man, have I just wrecked this? Oh, no, okay, we got the leg. It's all right. I'm looking to try and get 2 pieces of salvage from this Whitworth, so I just thought for a moment I'd gone for too many AC-20s. It's all good. Yeah, so it's not really worked out how they'd hoped, I would say, and I don't think it's even that difficult to look at it and say, this is what we want out of it. This is how we get to it. There's been a perfectly good system existing in competitive sports and esports for a very long time that is tried and tested and everyone knows works, and that is the league system. It filters strong teams up and weak teams down. So I've always been a strong believer in that. Sindrin says, not the first time Russ has misunderstood his audience. Good guy, though. I think his heart is in the right place towards the player base, just weird ideas. Yeah, I mean, you have to believe that, because, the guy is stuck with it. He runs PGI. He's obviously a fan of MechWarrior stuff, of Battletech stuff. And I do believe that he tries hard, he works hard. But this is what I said. I think he listens to advice from the wrong people, or he has some misguided ideas. And that, results in mistakes. I would say his major problem, if I'm going to criticise, is he might be good at what he does inside the company. I don't know, but what I do know is he's not a good PR man. Like he makes frequent PR mistakes. Bless him for trying, but you know, and that causes himself a lot more problems than he would otherwise encounter. So yeah, I'm not sure he should necessarily be the face of his own company sometimes, because I just don't think he comes off as well as he should or could. Some people are naturals at that, and some people aren't, and I don't think he's a natural. Someone like obviously, you know, you guys, if you're from the MWO community, you'll know Phil, Sean Lang, and you'll know Bombadil, Darren. Those guys, you know, I think Darren, for me personally, he's switched on to the whole PR thing. I think he's got a good level of charisma, a good presenting style, and he comes off well. And I think they would do much better just, you know, make Darren do that stuff. Like get him to interact with the public rather than Russ have to do it himself and every now and then rub the public up the wrong way with a misplaced statement, you know. And the whole reason you have PR people as well is like get someone else to do it, so you've got a layer of protection between yourself as the owner of a business and the public, that if they say something wrong and upset the public, you can say, oh, well, that's on them. Don't worry, we fired them. We'll get a new one in. It's all good, you know. But when it's like the actual CEO of the company, everyone knows that isn't going to happen. So it builds up, you know, little communities of frustrated parties, doesn't it? Now, you know, I'm not a Russ hater. Don't get me wrong. I've personally done a lot of positive things for MWO by running the league I did, and I've said a lot of positive things, and you know, my league has benefited from PGI giving us prizes to give out to the community and stuff like that. So I'm not bashing Russ here, but I am just saying, you know, that he's not the best PR guy, and I think perhaps there's nobody that works for him that would feel comfortable in saying, maybe someone else should do that, Russ, because, you know, their job might be on the line. You don't know. You know, you don't want to go to your boss and say, dude, stop talking to the public. You keep screwing up. Like, you know, people are saying all sorts of stuff about how you come across on the internet, and it's not good for the image. Like, you can't say that if you work for the guy, can you? But I don't work for the guy, so, you know, that's just my opinion. I think he would better serve himself by getting someone else to do PR for him. Right, back to the business in hand. I have a leg to delicately take off this Whitworth, so we're definitely switching the AC-20s off, and I'm going to go for a single medium laser here, which if I miss and hit the CT, is going to kill the mech anyhow, and then I just got to get one piece. Oh man, this is not going to go well. Oh, I haven't even got the resolve to do this. Why am I even bothering? There's no resolve to play with. Spent too much time chatting and not enough time paying attention to the situation, so we'll just brace there. Have I dropped in stock mechs? Yes, I've used stock mechs before, Hotakuken, and they're all universally terrible. Right? As I said, the fun for me was in figuring out effective builds. You know, building your own stuff. That's what was good. And as I said, having both taken part in the comp scene since virtually the very beginning and having run the most successful league for the longest time in the game, I feel I know what I'm talking about, and I know what a lot of the people find fun in the game, and it isn't stock mechs. Like, feel free to disagree, but, you know, I know that I'm talking from a position of knowledge there. And until someone surpasses what MRBC achieved in that community, I know that I can feel confident in knowing what I'm talking about and knowing what I'm saying.
Standing by.
Right. Do I have enough resolve now? I think I do. Yeah, I do. Ah, this is going to be tough. Oh, he's facing away from me now. I still can't pick his leg off. He's making this as awkward as possible, that Whitworth. Damn it. Right. Okay, in that case, we'll smash up the Thunderbolt. Coolant vent. So, again, I know that Thunderbolt we've only encountered once before, but I want the Whitworth more. Because I want to see, because that's a 40-ton medium, I want to see what we can fit in it, how good it is. So, I'm just going to go for obliterating the Thunderbolt and desperately try to salvage 2 parts from the Whitworth. Since we can't choose to take everything.
Enemy down.
Hey Grom, how you doing?
Orders?
Grom always makes an entrance like that, guys. You'll get used to it.
On it.
It's on now.
Target eliminated.
Standing by.
Oh, how am I going to do this? I need to get around the side of it, and I can't. Right, we'll go do some vigilance sprinting with the Gromulus. So he's got a bit of protection while he's out in this open desert bit, but I need to get around the flank so I can at least shoot into a leg of this Whitworth. And which leg is it that he's still got left? Losing track.
I'm showing minor damage. Mech warriors, show them what you got.
Okay. So it's the right leg, and I've completely run around the wrong side of it. Brilliant. That's helpful. Oh, they got another archer over there. I haven't checked in on the state of my mechs for ages. I've been too busy talking. And yeah, that Stalker's not looking too healthy, is it? Everyone else is pretty fine, though.
How might I help?
How might you help, Alto? I think you can help with a sensor lock.
Consider it done. Sensors locked on. Reporting major armor loss. Ready for orders.
Major armor loss? I think he's lying. Right. Okay, maybe I'll just ignore that Whitworth for now, and we'll just go take out this archer instead. Since I need to wait until I can get around the correct side to shoot the right leg off it. Hey Black Cat, how you doing?
Losing lots of armor.
Yeah, the less said about Sarge's diet, the better, I think, Syrian. Oh, don't destroy my heat sinks. I need those. This is a desert, damn it. Well, actually, I'm more concerned about that SRM6 going than a heatsink. You know what? I might just be able to wipe that guy out, though. Let's do it. Oh, no, I can't get in the front arc. Oh, awkwardness.
Standing by.
Okay.
Good to go.
Alright, what if I do this? What if I do this? Will this work? I mean, it's possible I could pull this off. Come on, Rylan. You can do it. Oh, come on, that's got to be close. That's got to be close. That's a lot of orange numbers I'm seeing there.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
He's unsteady as well. Oh, 32. Right, okay. It's just, I can't get in the front arc with Emperor Krang to finish that guy off. I'm going to have to go through the side. And now, I'm not in cover. Oh, no, there's another mech back there. Oh, crap. Yeah, I should have figured that because I was getting shot at with a PPC, wasn't I? But then again, what's... Oh, that's providing line of sight. Yeah, this is all kinds of bad now. I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose so many good weapons from this Stalker. What am I thinking? Oh, well. One last crazy alpha. I'm going to have to switch more off. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, the Whitworth doesn't have guns yet. I'm not worried about his guns. I'm worried about it providing line of sight for the guys that do have guns to my Stalker. So this guy shooting PPCs at me could potentially knock that torso off, and that would be really bad. Right, it's all right though. I think I can remedy this. At the risk of Grom getting shot in the back, I'm going to get into the front arc of this Whitworth, and we're going to try for that leg shot finally. So everything but one laser off. Come on, Grom. I mean, it would be better if I got into the side, but I can't afford to take that time now if I want to save the Stalker. Or save its weapons, rather. 61%. It's not great, but it's what we've got to work with. Come on, Grom.
Confirmed.
He's done it. Both legs destroyed. Awesome. Okay, so that's 2 pieces of salvage from the Whitworth. Also, nobody can currently see my Stalker. This guy might be able to if he moves forward. We'll have to see. But I can now actually move Emperor Krang, so it's all good. It's all good. I'm going to angle him, I guess, like that. And let's brace in the trees. I think he's saved. I think he's saved. It's all good. HBFT Gaming, hello. So I gave him a shout out earlier. Let's give him another one now. HBFT Gaming, check out his Twitch stream. He's also playing this mod, Battletech Extended 3025, and he seems like a really lovely guy. I was having loads of fun watching him last night. I ended up staying up far too late as a consequence because he's an entertaining guy. But yeah, he's playing this mod. Check him out. He's still trying to reach his 50 follower target. So if you feel like helping him out, go give him a follow, help him reach that target, and check out his stream. Right, let's throw some LRMs at that problem. There you go, Grom's giving the shout out. Thanks for that, Grom. Nope, switch off an 80%er. There we go.
Locked on target.
Oh, don't worry, I've slept since then.
You have orders?
Oh yeah, we still got this guy over there, haven't we? I'm gonna go for a vigilance sprint with Alto. I think that's a Shadowhawk.
Hell yeah.
I think it's a Shadowhawk with a PPC. I mean, it could be a Griffin as well, actually, couldn't it? Probably more likely a Griffin. We've already seen one K variant here. Yeah, it's probably a Griffin.
Reporting.
Right.
What's the plan?
Oh, that's awkward. Oh, okay. I'm going to reserve Alto. Okay, reserving Alto, achieved nothing.
Orders.
Right. Let's go smash up this Archer. Archers are one of the scariest heavy mechs, in my opinion, in this mod. They do a lot of damage with those LRM-20s. I'm going to go for a precision strike with the AC-20s. I'm packing. And hopefully open up that CT. Oh, we destroyed an arm. That's not what I want. No. We have knocked him down, so we'll be able to go for a cool shot. Probably with Rylan. I think Rylan will be the only one that will reach it. Oh, no, we're not going to get the opportunity, are we? AI's standing him up immediately. It's fine, though. You going to shut himself down with that? He was already running hot. I mean, look at him. He's glowing red. No, he's not shut down, but he is taking heat damage.
Commander.
Right, yeah, so Emperor Krang's not going to be able to make that.
Receiving
I
you.
think we'll go for Rylan, although I'm going to have to switch off a bunch of LRMs at this point. Next turn, he can vent some heat again, which is nice. But for now, yeah, just fire 2 LRM-15s. I mean, that's not bad, is it? It's a lot of damage. But I doubt we'll kill this guy now. We need to get pretty damn lucky on the CT hits. But yeah, no, it's not enough. It'll be close, though. 66 hit points remaining. Oh, those legs are looking pretty unhealthy, too. Oh, it is a Shadowhawk in the end. It is a Shadowhawk 2K after all that. I should have gone with my gut. Okay. So somehow the Federated Suns have stolen a Shadowhawk 2K to go along with that Archer 2K we already saw. Alright, King Crab's got this. Making quite a mess of that poor guy.
Scored a critical.
HBFT says scarier than the longbow. No, the longbow's scarier for LRMs for sure. It's bigger and scarier, but out of the heavy mechs, because the longbow's an assault mech, you see. Out of the heavy mechs, though, this Archer is brutal.
Coordinates received.
Right, I think Emperor Krang in the Stalk is just going to stay out of trouble for now. Ouch. It's all good. It's an Atlas. It can take it. We're fine.
Losing armor.
Why did he walk into close range to use LRMs? I don't know, because sometimes the AI makes stupid decisions. That's my only answer for that. This AI is improved, though. This is tweaked, improved AI in this mod. The vanilla AI is even dumber. That's all.
Commander. I copy.
Okay. This guy's going down. Smash. Twin AC-20s. Absolutely brutal.
Tango down.
He is definitely down. Right, so we've still got the Shadowhawk to take out. And I'm already happy about how this mission's gone, because we're going to definitely get some salvage from that Whitworth.
No doubt.
2 pieces. I can't remember how many pieces I currently have, but
Confirmed.
I'll either have 1 or 2 pieces already. So we'll either have a full one or we'll be very close to a full one.
Target's taken a critical hit.
Yeah, no worries, man. Oh, there's so much stuff, isn't there? There's a lot to learn. I don't really know. I was thinking of heading Ryland down to the water, because you lose more heat when you're standing in the water, but really is no point. I can just go coolant vent, and I'm pretty sure this guy is about wrecked already. Because he got 40 hit points left on the center. Fairly good chance we'll just kill him with this volley. And there he goes. Mission complete.
Target neutralized.
Salvage time. And if I get a whole Whitworth, it's time to bring out a new mech. But which mech to drop? Which mech to drop from my medium lance? That's the question. I might have to drop the Centurion. We'll see. Okay, so that Stalker needs a little bit of fixing. We're down 1 heatsink, but again, easy to replace that. Okay, moment of truth. What have we got? What have we got? No! You serious? I don't have any Whitworth pieces so far? Is that the first Whitworth I've seen in this mod? Oh man, this is a trouble with having my non-stream save as well. Obviously, I've encountered the Whitworth in that, and it's left me thinking that I've met one in this one so far. So I guess that's our first Whitworth, otherwise I would have taken a piece. Well, we're definitely taking 2 pieces, but let's read the text on that. So it's 4 energy hard points, 2 missile hard points, 1 support weapon, and potential of 4 jump jets. It says, the Whitworth is something of an ugly duckling, known amongst both critics and fans as the Tin Woodsman. The Whitworth is somewhat effective when used to provide LRM support to a recon lance. While slow for its size, it can effectively defend itself from units of the same weight class and lighter at short ranges. So, yeah, I mean, for a 40-tonner, I think this thing's probably got potential. In theory, it will at least be better than a Cicada. It will also be better than an Assassin, I'm guessing. It will be better than a Vulcan 2T. And so really what I'll be comparing it against is the Vulcan 5T, which I thought was a half-decent 40-tonner. But this looks like it could be good. But we're going to have to meet another one before we can get one completed. And there's the Thunderbolt 5D again. So I've read that out before, but for those that missed it, we only encountered one of these once. So a Davian variant on the Thunderbolt, the TDR-5D is ready for close-in combat, armed with an AC-20 with 2 tons of ammunition to keep it firing throughout most confrontations. While its LRM-15, oh yeah, I remember that was a mistake because it's actually got an LRM-10. So while its LRM-10 allows it to provide a support role when needed or to provide assistance to lance mates via indirect fire. So that's that one. It's got 2 ballistic hardpoints, 2 missile hardpoints, 4 support weapon slots, and not a single energy slot in it, which I think I pointed out last time is unusual for a Thunderbolt. Normally they do have some energy hardpoints. So we'll see what we get on the random roll for the rest of our salvage, but yeah, probably going to end up being ammo or heat sinks, let's face it. Yeah, nothing exciting there, but we did get 2 pieces of the Whitworth 1. And I look forward to being able to complete that. And we'll give that a spin when we have a whole one. Blips, it's saying the +4 accuracy AC-20 would be good for headshots. That doesn't actually improve your precision strike chances at all, Blips it. Also, pretty much all of my pilots have got gunnery skill of 10 or almost 10 by now, so they're all good for accuracy. The AC-20 I prefer is the one that does +20 damage and +20 stability damage. That one's a beast. If you've got experienced pilots or maxed out pilots, get yourself one of those. I'll show you now. There you go. That's the one. So +20 damage, +20 stability damage. So you're doing 120 damage total to a mech that's out of cover in a single location, and also causing 60 stability damage, which is a lot. So these are the AC-20s to go for. All right, let's fix up that Stalker, and then we're going to do some travelling, and hopefully a lot of these mechs will get well, the work that's being done on them will be finished, so we've got some things to use at our new destination. Right, all good. Yep, that only takes a day.
Right. I'll get it.
Tyrion says Whitworth is a great pairing with Dervish and Valkyrie. So yeah, the Valkyrie. Did we see one of those in this? Oh no, I think that was on my non-stream career as well. But yeah, the Valkyrie's a light mech that has some long-range missile capabilities to it. So it'd be interesting to see one of those. And of course, we have a Dervish right there. But my Dervish is packing SRMs, and I absolutely love it. 3 SRM6s and 1 SRM4. Pretty solid build in that. Right, so I'm just going to manage tasks here, because I've got some things that will be finished in one day, and I'm just going to move the one-day stuff to the front of the queue, so we get as many of these things completed as possible while we're travelling. I mean, we may just finish everything. Who knows? But yeah, I'll leave that Hunchback till last because that's a 7-day job. Right, that'll do me. Okay, so where are we going to travel to? Let's check the star map. Okay. Aha. We're going to go to Hurek. 3 skull location. Again, I'm doing these lower level locations at the moment because I'm looking for some lower level mechs as I'm making my way back over to here. What I'm hoping will occur is the mission, I think it's on this location, the flashpoint will refresh there for the Kellhounds, and I want to do that when we finally arrive in that area of space again. But I'm just working my way there gradually. I'm checking this place out because, again, it's former Star League presence. I love those places. Every time you visit one, there's a chance of lost tech. So we're going to go there for our, like, 2% chance of finding something. You got to keep trying or that 2% will never come up. But, yeah, so I'm still looking for more Gauss ammo. Or, to be honest, any other lost tech weapon. There are a whole bunch that we've not encountered in this career. And as I've said before, this mod has tweaked the lost tech to take it from what is completely useless in the vanilla game next to improved standard weaponry to being worthwhile. Not overpowered, but worth considering in this game. In this mod, rather. So I would like to find some. Right, what's going on here? Yeah, let's put catch to work. Yeah. So we get a +3 tech point boost for 7 days, but catch is unavailable for 7 days. Well, that's good, because that means all of my work in progress stuff should happen much quicker, thanks to catch being punished by sending him to help. HBFT says, never done a flashpoint. Are they usually pretty difficult? No, not all of them. Basically, they're just a series of missions linked together by a little mini story. And they're pretty cool. I really like them. They're the last DLC addition to the official game, and yeah, some are harder than others. They vary in difficulty rating. They've all got their own little individual slant on them, and some can reward you with lost tech. Some just give you rare items. There's one where you can even get a unique mech variant, things like that. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on with them. And of course, the one I mentioned a bit ago with the Kellhounds, they are a famous mercenary unit in the Inner Sphere. And Morgan Kell is a known character to the lore fans. And so you end up doing a mission for him, which could be pretty cool. But one of the things that they did in the vanilla game is they didn't give him his signature mech. He's known for piloting an Archer, which of course isn't in the vanilla game, but the mod adds the Archer in, and somebody, I forget whose name it was, so apologies to whoever made this particular mod, but part of the mod package that is in this is a mod that gives Morgan Kell his signature mech on that particular flashpoint, which I think is a cool idea, so I look forward to seeing that. Com system +2 resolve gain. Do you know what? I'm going to buy that. I haven't bought anything in ages. I haven't seen a +3 in ages either, so we'll take that. No lost tech though, by the looks of things. Nothing I'm seeing. Okay. So another thing I'm still looking for at the moment is to see the new Wasp model, which has been added to the game with the latest update to the mod, Battletech Extended 3025 mod. And so that's another good reason for taking on some of these lower level missions. Apparently there's only one that I can do in this location though, and it's a 3 skull. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, well, I want to take heavy mechs out for this. Hopefully my heavy lance is fixed up. It is. Cool. So, yeah, put these assaults away. And let's remove my maxed out pilots. And where's the heavy stuff? Oh, yes. Yes, the catapult A1. I did like that. As hot as it is, I did like that. And we've got the bombardier as well. What else should I take? Oh, yeah, we've got the Marauder and room for one more mech. Yeah, the Thug was the other one I was using. Part of this setup, wasn't it? So I know the Thug's an assault mech, but we're going to take it. It's only 80 tons. And Black Cat is finally fit and healthy. Oh my god, it felt like forever. Right, Black Cat gets a mission. He's going to be in the Bombardier. And let's bring Sarge out. There we go. Let's stick Sarge in the Devil Dog Mark II Thug 10E. So we've got Emperor Krang in the Marauder. Alto is going to pilot the Catapult A1 this time. And we've got Black Cat in the Bombardier. Right, that looks fine. And this is a recovery mission in the lowlands. So I've got a couple of pilots here that don't have coolant vent and a couple that do. 50-50. So HPFT saying, cool, varying difficulty, thought they might be endgame only. So, yeah, I mean, basically there are flashpoints that exist of varying difficulty levels, so you can go and do them at like almost every level of the game. So I think, what's the lowest one? I think the lowest flashpoint comes in at about 3 skulls. There's a whole bunch of them, 3.5 skulls in difficulty, so they're definitely doable, you know, at a fairly early stage in the game, depending on how much of a challenge you want to give yourself. But yeah, they're definitely open. They're not just end game. Yeah. And yes, they are awesome. They're cool. I really like them. I wish there were more flashpoints, and there will be more flashpoints. There's already a guy made a mod that adds in a flashpoint of his own design. I know that the guys behind Battletech Extended 3025 are working on stuff that will introduce flashpoint type things into the game as well. So yeah, there's going to be some stuff that you can do with that's coming, some extra stuff, because I like doing the flashpoints. I did a whole career that's also on YouTube. It was the first one I did as a streamer when I first started streaming, only in December. It wasn't that long ago that I started doing this, and I decided to Battletech career where I just went and played every single flashpoint. It took quite a long time to get through them all, to be honest, mostly thanks to having to grind the rep up. But yeah, I went through all the flashpoints, and they're all good fun. And the only criticism I have for that expansion is I wish that there were some that were kind of randomly generated. I know that would be very difficult to do because they all have their own little story, but I just wish there were more flashpoints. You know, once you run out of them, you're like, oh, you know, I want more of those now. They were cool. So that would be nice. But thankfully, the mod community, as ever, where there is a lack in the vanilla game, are filling the hole, and they're working on extra flashpoints.
Confirmed.
So that's going to be cool.
Moving out.
Yes, yeah. You're definitely going to need a few bigger things. I mean, once you get on to mediums,
Yes, Commander.
3 skull is completely manageable if you play carefully. As long as you've got decent mediums, you know, good builds in them. But yeah, 3 skulls for a Lance of Light mechs might be a little bit too much of a challenge.
You wish.
But then again, you know, everything's doable. It just depends how patient you're willing to be, how much kiting around and slowly whittling down of the enemy you're willing to do. So yeah, things are possible with light stuff, but yeah, I mean, I tend to play pretty safe on this career because my pilots are subscribers, and I don't like getting my subscribers killed, so I'm generally pretty careful. Oh, here we go. Right, so we've got Phoenix 1D, Phoenix Hawk 1D. That's a rarer variant of it. And we've also got the Catapult A1, and we have our own Catapult A1. Where is he? Right here, look. And we don't see those every day. I wonder what these others are, though. No idea yet, but first things first, let's start wrecking this Phoenix Hawk.
All weapons are go.
But yeah, I mean, this mission here, I could have just taken my mediums out for this. But then I think to myself, you know, if I do that, I'm going to get somebody killed. I don't want to get my subs killed. They might not come back if they die. So I'm pretty careful. Right. Let's continue smashing up this Phoenix Hawk for now, I think. I mean, I could just go for a precision strike here. That might make quick work of him. Let's do it. Or we could miss one of the PPCs. Never mind. Well, he's worn down. It's not too bad. Alto, there's no way Alto's going to be able to shoot anything, so I'm just going to sprint him into the cover of the trees. Get him set up to face off against these 2 mechs. Now, this Catapult A1 build I went for is pretty hot if you're firing everything. But it does pack a massive punch. But yeah, obviously HBFT is pretty new to the mod, at least, if not the game at the moment. But you, from what I've seen of you playing, dude, you've definitely got some good ideas with it. I think you're going to be good at strategy gaming for sure. I think you'll do just fine. Once you have like the knowledge of what is what, that's a big deal, isn't it? Knowing the maps and knowing the weapon loadouts and the enemy mechs and stuff like that. Once you've got that figured out, you're going to be just fine. I mean, you've already got yourself 2 fire starters. That's a good start. They're like pretty much my favourite light mechs. I think the fire starters, absolutely brutal with all those machine guns as well. If you get them both kitted out with a load of machine guns, you're going to have fun times. Like, one of my favourite things, I think I mentioned it before you showed up on stream here today, when I was talking about you earlier to the guys that were around near the start of the show. I was saying it was great seeing you fire those machine guns into the back of a mech for the first time. Your reaction was awesome. It's like, yeah, he's loving that. He's going to love the machine guns. Oh, they're one of my favourite things. They're so good, aren't they? Right, let's fire the thug at this thing, since it's the only thing I can see. The Hunchback 4J, which we discovered yesterday, does not have jump jets or the potential for jump jets. Very misleading designation, that, in my opinion. The 4J. Sarge dropping some information on the Morgan Kell variant of the Archer. So he says it's a variant of the 2R. So the 2R is like the most common Archer, isn't it? And he says it's actually called the ARC-T Tempest. I look forward to seeing that. It sounds like it's going to be a little bit unique. Right. Phoenix Hawk needs to go. How am I going to do this? Kind of really want to shoot it with Alto. Yeah, let's go for that. What's up, Willow? For those that don't know, Willow's one of my cats. Right, we're going for a precision strike. I want this guy dead. Come on. For all this damage. Smash. More smashing, and down he goes. Good stuff. Yes, that's another good tip from Sarge there, is machine guns are great for headshots. Yeah, that's one of the things about having like 6 machine guns, is you can get pretty lucky on the headshot hits, because they fire lots of little bits of damage out, so there's multiple chances of you hitting the head. So they can be pretty sweet for that job. What have we got there? Vindicator 1AA, that's the Avenging Angel. I think we'll smash up that Hunchback first. So let's move Black Cat a little bit, so he's got some evasion pips as well as some cover. Of course, worth remembering, Black Cat is my only pilot that doesn't have Bulwark. Every single one of my pilots has Bulwark, apart from Black Cat, who we decided to make a little bit differently, so that we've got someone with Ace Pilot as well as Sensor Lock. So should we require that strategy at some point, we can do a Sensor Lock and retreat, allowing long-range mechs to really hammer enemies with no return fire possible. But that's not going to be required in this mission. But we're taking him out for a spin because I want to get him some experience.
Confirmed.
Okay, so we've still got the A1 over there. Those LRM-15s are going to start becoming more and more of a problem the longer he gets to chip away at me. I think I'll go for a precision strike here. I want to try to get this Hunchback down sooner rather than later. Generally speaking, in the early stages of a fight, when there's a chance the AI is outnumbering you, you do just want to get some quick kills. And then later on, you can afford to mess around and start picking things apart for salvage if you want. He named it Tempest after his pirate girlfriend, said Sarge. Is that right? Syrian says Tempest Bledsoe, the lady who helped him and his brother Patrick rescue Melissa. All right. Interesting lore stuff there.
Ready to get it on.
Right. Sarge isn't going to be able to get a line of sight to anything, so I think I'll just sprint him for a better position.
Roger.
Send him up. Ready for next turn.
Done, team. Yes, Commander.
Good to go.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to move Black Cat here, and I'm going to sensor lock this Vindicator, so we have something for the long-range guys to shoot at. Obviously, my Brawlers aren't going to make range this turn. But I want to finish this guy off. Again, he's not a mech that I particularly want to salvage, so it makes sense for him to be an early target. Ah, okay, I can get Alto in range if I'm willing to stand outside of cover. I need to be aware of my rear, because where was that? Something was coming in from... Oh, I'm too far away to see now, but I feel like something was coming in from over here somewhere. Possibly over here, I forget now. But yeah, I think I'm alright in terms of distance, so let's pop some vigilance. Let's go for a move to there, angle like this, just in case. Make sure nothing's going to shoot us in the back. And then we'll unload into this Vindicator. He's just got a 20% damage reduction. Sitting in the trees, this guy obviously doesn't have Bulwark either. So we're doing good damage to him. Sarge says we need a cold climate. Oh yes, I do love the cold climates. They're my favourite to fight in, because heat becomes no problem at all. Right. Speaking of heat, time for a coolant vent for Emperor Krang. And I guess I'll switch down to just firing 2 weapon systems now.
Target confirmed.
Garrison, hello, how you doing? There we go. Glad I gave Alto the vigilance. Oh, he got hit in the cockpit. Ooh, that could have been nasty. Luckily it wasn't, thanks to having that 40% reduction in damage. And again, that is, of course, thanks to having a combination of Bulwark and the vigilance being popped there.
Damage is minor, Commander.
Gives him pretty good damage mitigation. If I'm sitting in trees as well, that goes up to 60%, which is awesome. You can't get better than that. Alright, Sarge, you're up. It's time to burn this Vindicator, I think. Right, torso gone, and a headshot in there. Not enough to kill him, though.
Let's go. Awaiting orders.
Alright, let's get Alto in range with the small lasers as well.
As you wish.
Let's try to finish the job. I might need to do a coolant vent here. This might tip him over. Yeah, okay, that is too hot. So coolant vent, clear the heat, and that will now allow me to go for the full crazy alpha. And I don't think we need to aim this at all. The guy's got 1 hit point left on the head, 17 on the center. He's going down. I mean, this is going to be overkill, but screw it, it's fun. Smash. So I mean, he dies to the first 2 small lasers firing. Everything else was just gravy.
Neutralized.
But he'll have some time to cool down while he repositions for the next part of the fight. So we've still got that catapult A1 over there. There's still other stuff knocking about. Looks like I can't see it at the moment, but we'll figure out where it is at some stage. For now, though, let's send Black Cat running towards the enemy. Let's go here. So he's relying solely on evasion for his protection this turn. But look at that. That's a lot of evasion right there. For vanilla anyway. Well, not vanilla, for this mod, I should say. Obviously, those of you that play Rogue Tech, you'll be used to seeing evasion all the time. And lower hit chances. Right, let's get Sarge into the cover of the trees. He has line of sight on that catapult. But due to sprinting there. Can't shoot this turn, so he's going to get shot at. But again, he's got some evasion. Not a lot. What was that? One missile connecting, as well as having the bulwark and the cover of the trees. And there's definitely something over in this direction that I can't see, because those missiles came from over there. Again, evasion serving pretty well there for Black Cat. Didn't take too much damage. Obviously, the more evasion you have, the less chance the enemy has to hit you. So, I'm going to move Black Cat into the cover of the trees, and I'm going to let rip with the SRMs. I'm not going to go for a precision strike or anything like that, because he doesn't have the tactics skill. He doesn't. I don't think he even has Cool Shot bonus at this stage, so no use going for using any resolve on that. We'll save that for the pilots that can. There we go. That's a 60-tonner there I'm seeing.
Need something, Chief?
Right. Where can we get a view? Ooh, okay, I guess here will do, because I obviously I've got one already from there, but that's not in cover. I'd rather be in cover. And also I want to try shooting the front arc. Yeah, there is where I'm going to go.
Move into position.
Right, so he's got no heat right now, and I'm thinking of going a full alpha. And I've not had much luck with headshots recently, so I'm going to try my luck, because it's got to come up eventually, that 15% chance. Let's see if we can get a headshot. No, it's not happening, is it? Never mind. I do already have one of these, so it's not the end of the world if I just completely destroy it. What am I going to do? Well, I guess I'm going to go here. I'll shoot the side of the mech.
Moving out.
Should I go for another headshot with Alto? Yeah, why not? Let's do it. This is not going to work. It's 1% less chance here. 14% rather than 15. But I'm going to try. I look like I might have got one laser in the head just there. I did, yeah. I got a head hit. That's not bad.
Target's taking a critical hit.
That's a start. So, how much armor has he got left there now? So, 20 armor, 16 internals. This might be doable. If I have enough resolve to go for it with Sarge, which I think I do. Come on, Sarge. Let's go for the headshot.
Taking the shot.
I think we got it. We did get it. Good job, Sarge. Lethal damage, pilot incapacitated. Good times. So, maximum salvage out of that thing, should I choose to take it. But let's see if there's anything more interesting that we encounter first. We've got a 45-tonner and a 60-tonner over there. Right. So it's time for some repositioning. I'm going to send Alto on a vigilance sprint, give him maximum protection. And I think there should be alright.
Yes, Commander.
We obviously want to lose some heat before the next fight as well. He's already running a little bit hot, and I have used coolant vent with him, so that'll be a few turns away from being able to be used again. Right, let's send Black Cat towards these trees, getting ready to support Alto in the Bombardier. And Emperor Krang, what am I going to do with you? Yeah, let's go here. That'll do fine. So we got a nice turn to cool everyone down before facing off the next lance. So what's in that? 65, 60 tons and 45 tons seen so far. Quick Draw 5A. Well, that's the better of the Quick Draw variants in my opinion. 6 medium lasers and an SRM4. Pretty hot though, and not too much armor.
Good to go.
But it's the best of a bad bunch, I think. Alright, I'm going to move Sarge around to this position, because somebody needs to step on that objective at some point as well. And we'll try to save a bit of time running for it later by sending Sarge there now. But I will give him vigilance just in case something decides to shoot at him. I mean, he should be safe. He should be well out of their vision at the moment, but you never know. So someone might have sensor lock. They might sensor lock him because he's out in the open, and then rain some LRMs on his head. Best to play safe in my opinion. Especially since there's a 65-tonner there that could have LRMs. You never know. And a 55-tonner appears. Okay. So that is a full lance of 4 mechs. About that headshot, Sarge says, never doubt marine training. Infernal saying beginner's luck. He's a 10, 10, 10, 10 Infernal. Oh dear. Where would we be without Infernal's trolling, eh? Right. Do I want to just get Alto stuck in now? We see a Phoenix Hawk 1. That is the more common variant of the Phoenix Hawk. And yeah, I think I'm going to try smashing it up. We're going to go for Vigilance on Alto because he's the obvious target to the enemy being this far forward. So we'll give him maximum protection, which means we don't have enough resolve for a precision strike. But who needs precision when you've got this amount of damage? Let's just open him up. But Garrison says, yes, always headshots all the time. Now, to be fair, I used to do that a lot. With the vanilla chance of 18% headshots, it's pretty easy to set up builds that can almost guarantee headshots. And I used to do a lot of headshotting, but with this mod, it tweaks the strength of Cooled Shot Mastery down a little bit. So it doesn't affect the standard chance, doesn't affect the Cooled Shot bonus chance, but it does reduce the chance at Cooled Shot Mastery, which is 9 points in the tactics tree. You get that. So instead of being an 18% chance on the head, it's a 15%, and it's also reduced on all the other locations as well, but the head's the most significant one. So just that little tweak, just that change of like 3% does actually make a difference. And now I don't go for the headshots anywhere near as often. I mean, you could still build certain mechs with a whole shed load of medium lasers, for example, and still have a fairly good chance at headshots. Like anything where you can stick like 8 medium lasers in it, you're still going to have a reasonable chance of headshots. It will just take you 1, 2, sometimes 3 turns to achieve it. Okay, Black Hat can reach from there, so I guess we'll fire from the safety of these trees rather than running him out in the open. Not got the best gunnery skills yet, Black Cat. He needs to level up a bit. And I do like using my resolve, so he's not getting any bonus to hit, and he's unlikely to, because the chances of me ending a turn at over 50% resolve for him to get the bonus are pretty slim. And since my other pilots are all, I think, gunnery skill 10 by this point, there's no real concern for their chances to hit. Garrison says, yeah, 15% unless Ostrock/Ostsol, then it seems to be 100% for enemies. Well, yeah, they have a lot of lasers, don't they? So yeah, that's the way, isn't it? If you want to go for headshots, just cram your mechs full of lasers. And of course, they as stock come with a lot. All right, now I don't have enough resolve to give Sarge Vigilance, so we're going to have a risky turn for him. But again, I think they're probably not going to see him. They're most likely to put all their attention onto Alto, who's right up and in their face. So let's see what we've got here. We've got a Thunderbolt 5S, so that was the 65 tonner in the end. It does have one LRM 15, but it's not as scary as an LRM boat. It's still got the quick draw, still got that 55 tonner, but we were working on this Phoenix Hawk, so I'm gonna shoot at that with Sarge. I doubt we'll kill it, but hopefully we'll do it some significant damage. It looked like everything went into the leg there. And we've destroyed the left leg and the left torso with that volley. We'll take that. Yeah, I know the way.
Reporting major armor loss.
Oh dear, Alto's complaining. He has taken a pilot injury earlier on in this engagement. Let's hope they don't hit him too much in the cockpit. Oh god. It's fine. You're going to be all good, Alto. Don't worry. I'll get you through this. Oh man, look at that. 17 armor remaining on the right torso. 15 armor remaining on the left arm. That is quite enough tanking for Alto. What am I going to do here? I think back him off preemptively. Let's back away, Alto. Emperor Krang will be taking his turn at the front very shortly. Now, where did that Phoenix Hawk go? Is it dead? Did we kill it? Oh, I killed the Phoenix Hawk. I don't remember doing that. I guess I looked away and read chat and didn't see it actually die, but there seems to be a dead Phoenix Hawk. Fair enough. Right, let's go for a coolant vent with Alto. Let's go for vigilance on Alto. He needs all the protection he can get. And we're going to shoot the quick draw now. What happened, chat? How did that fit? Did Sarge kill the Phoenix Hawk? I swear Sarge shot off the side torso and the leg, but I don't remember seeing it die. Did it die from falling over? From pilot injuries? I just missed it. Samurai. Samurai says headshots are overrated. I prefer giving them an AC-20 to the dirt button. So eloquently put there, Samurai. But yes, that is a good method of getting rid of mechs. I do agree. Right, what's the Bombardier going to do? Okay, so the 55 tonner is a Wolverine 6R. Very common. Nothing special about that. What to shoot at though? Well, let's do this first. Let's get Emperor Krang on the front line. This Alto has taken quite enough damage for now, I think. Garrison says, I prefer giving AC-20s hugs. You should never hug an AC-20. What was I saying last night? It's the worst idea ever. You should hug LRM mechs. That's fine. You can hug LRM mechs all you like. But not AC-20s. God, no. He says all the time. Nah, that's terrible shooting from the quick draw there. That was good to see. Emperor Krang getting away with that very lightly. Right, now Black Cat. Okay, well that simplifies my decision. I now only have two choices of what to shoot at. I guess we'll go for the Wolverine. I'm not a fan of Wolverines. Not since the time one ran up to one of my mechs and I was thinking, oh, I'm all good here. Actually, let's make use of that ace pilot to go for a reposition. There we go. Yeah, I thought, I'm all good here. It's just a Wolverine. I'll kill that in no time. And the thing ran up and punched one of my pilots straight out of the cockpit of their assault mech and killed them. And ever since then, I've not really liked Wolverines much. So they are a mech to watch out for that, because they do have the melee attack damage to one-shot your pilots out of their cockpits. So beware. Beware if you're facing a Wolverine. Don't take them too lightly. Right, Sarge is going to step onto that objective and keep up the laser fire. I'm going to have to reduce what he's shooting now, though, because he's running a bit hot. What should I aim at? I guess I'll switch up target to the Wolverine for now. He's getting a little bit close for comfort. We're just firing 3 large lasers here, though.
Roger that.
As it's a little bit too hot for all 4.
Acid is in hand and ready for retrieval.
No. Oh my god. What was I just saying? Oh, Jesus. And that's the other thing. Like, it's so easy to misjudge how far these damn things can move. Like, the 55-ton mechs generally are pretty fast, aren't they? Because they got big engines. Oh, God. Emperor Krang's life was flashing before my eyes there. So yeah, as you saw, it does 70 damage, and anything over 61 can outright kill a pilot in its cockpit. And yeah, so that was scary. We need to get this thing wrecked quickly. So I'm gonna not move Alto too far back because I want to actually use the small lasers as well. Oh, hold on a minute. Check his heat. I'm not going to be able to do that. He's going to be too hot to do a full alpha, and coolant vent is still 3 turns away from being ready, so I guess I will back away.
Have no doubt it will be done.
Alright, what I am going to do, though, I think, is... Oh, no. Oh, no! Alright, we'll switch that off. We're going to go for a precision strike just to try and wreck that CT. Otto says, I think we just heard his booty hole pucker. Yep. Right, so he's unsteady and his CT's open now. 30 hit points left on the CT, but do I have enough resolve to get this finished? Yes, I do. Okay, it's all good. Right, Emperor Krang is going to back away and go for a precision strike on the CT of that Wolverine. I'm only going to be able to... Oh, no, hold on. I can call and vent. So I think I will just fire everything just to make sure. I don't want to run the risk of misses not pulling this off. So 78% chance, 3 weapons. It's almost guaranteed. It's like, statistically, there's very little chance of me failing this right now. There we go. It looked like everything hit the CT. Good stuff. So, no more Wolverine cockpit punches. No, thank you. Alright, what have we got? We've got the quick draw and the Thunderbolt left to take out. Quick draw we've already started work on. The Thunderbolt I think is fresh. Yeah, he's completely fresh. Alright, Black Cat. What can we do? Yeah, so he could take over tanking. I mean, I don't want to tank with him for too long because, as I said earlier, he's the one pilot that out of all the pilots I have that doesn't have bulwark. So he's only going to be getting a 20% damage reduction while being on the front line here, but he does have a couple of evasion pips and it does put him in range of shooting at this quick draw, although my chances are terrible. Maybe I'm just better off shooting the Thunderbolt. Yeah, I am. Screw it, we'll shoot the Thunderbolt. Let's go for better chances to hit. The quick draw obviously having a bunch of evasion thanks to the move, and Black Cat not having the best gunnery skill. Right, Sarge. Oh, what do I want to do with Sarge? If only he had jump jets, I could just hop off there. Do I want to stand here and just keep shooting? I think so. Nobody's shot at Sarge yet. I think he's pretty much in the clear. But then again, he is hot. Maybe a reposition is in order, because then I can lose that heat, can't I? So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reposition Sarge. So we'll go for a sprint. Let him drop a load of heat. And he will drop a bunch of heat with the heat sinks in this mech. There we go. That's quite a good amount gone. And he's, of course, got a whole ton of evasion just in case he does get attacked. But I think it's very unlikely. He's right at the back of my formation. These mechs have much bigger problems to deal with on my front line. Right. Now what are we going to do? Alto is still running very hot. What's the state of Emperor Krang? Yeah, he's all right. And the Bombardier is also hot. Black Cat. Again, not only does he not have bulwark, but he also doesn't have coolant vent, so losing that heat could be a bit of a challenge. Do you know what? I think I'm going to have a turn of reversing a little bit and bracing up so that everyone can lose some heat, and then next turn we can just go nuts. So let's brace up Alto.
Receiving you.
Orders.
What am I doing there?
Commander.
Yeah, that'll do. Okay, back off the Bombardier. And brace. He loses a nice chunk of heat. Now just Emperor Krang. So, I mean, I could shoot with Krang, but this guy's got a load of evasion. He's well protected. This guy's got some evasion and is also well protected. I'm getting very little out of firing with Krang if I do, so I'm just going to back off as well with him and go for a brace. Of course, there's every chance that next time around when I do want to shoot, they'll have the same level of protection, but at least I'll be able to fire with everyone all in one round and maybe just focus fire a mech down. Right, Sarge, what do I want to do? I think I might just lose more heat with Sarge. Actually, maybe I will fire, because they're pretty good odds to hit this Thunderbolt. Yeah, let's do that. Let's shoot the Thunderbolt.
Here it comes.
We're only getting 30 damage per large laser, thanks to the damage reduction we're up against, but still, we're wearing him down bit by bit.
The secondary asset is under fire, Commander.
Okay. Now, that quick draw is going to be a much easier target. Now he's without his evasion. So, how do I want to go about doing this? I can get in the front arc if I move Black Cat there. And I'd rather shoot him from the front, I think. Oh, there we go. Lovely. That's great chances to hit. So, we're doing that. Yeah, he definitely felt that.
Solid connection on
He's
that.
not going to have a lot of armor left. I mean, as I said, these quick draws, they don't start with a lot of armor. And he is open in the CT. That Thunderbolt has finally had enough of Sarge's shenanigans.
I'm hit.
Ooh.
Not much armor left in that
He's got a cockpit hit in. I mean, Sarge will be fine. Plenty of cockpit armor left. 30 still. Right. Alto.
Commander.
Yes, I can get Alto into the front arc as well. Still not in range to use the small lasers, but it's not the end of the world. He does plenty of damage just with the 4 SRM6s and the 2 mediums. But I think I'm going to go for a precision strike with Alto, just to make sure this guy has a good chance of going down. 97 hit points. It's going to be a little bit hit and miss, since I'm using SRMs for a lot of my firepower, but I think it's worth the shot. I think he's going to go. Oh, no.
That hit something good.
No, not quite. He must be close, though. 1 hit point. Do you know what? That only occurred because I committed to saying I think he's going to go. And of course he didn't go, did he? 1 hit point. Right. What's that? That's the right torso. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I can just shoot him through the side here with Emperor Krang, and this should solve the problem.
Location confirmed.
He's got to die, right? Assuming I don't land all 3 shots in the leg, he's dead. There we go. Job done.
Mech destroyed.
Right, Sarge. Sarge will clearly want to be getting his own back on that Thunderbolt. He's not going to take a pilot injury lightly, is he? Right, let's go for a precision strike. And shall we go for some fun time headshot attempts again? Low as the chances are. 4 large lasers, 15% chance on the head. Unlikely to kill it, but let's go for it anyhow. Looks like 3 of the lasers hit center torso, which works out pretty nicely all the same. We've taken off a whole chunk of armor there. Right, what can we do? Let's see.
Ready to get it on.
Yeah, all right, okay. I'll fire with Black Cat, and then I might use his ace pilot skill to reposition him after that. Ooh.
Reporting critical hit.
We got a headshot from Black Cat, and we weren't even trying for it. Nice job. And I want to move far enough to pick up a bit of evasion. So yeah, there we go. That'll do it.
Acknowledged.
Right, Alto. What am I going to do with Alto? Is there a chance I can just wreck this guy? There is. It's not a good chance, though. Is coolant vent ready? Yeah, coolant vent is ready on Alto. Now I wonder, should I just go for broke here, go crazy, get in range with the small lasers as well, and just see if I can take this guy out? Come on, Alto, what's the worst that could happen? Alto's mech is not in a good way. Like, we could lose a whole side torso and arm, or just a single arm off the other side. But what's the fun in life if you don't take any risks? Let's go for it.
Target acquired and locked in.
Be the hero, Alto, be the hero. You can do it. He's done it. He's done it. It's all good. Right, I've still got to go visit the other facility, which is absolutely miles away. So there's now going to be a whole load of running, I'm afraid.
Copy that.
I wonder, will there be another lance, or did I just fight 2 lancers already? I can't even remember. There might be another lance to fight here, so I'll keep my forces together just in case.
Position confirmed.
Or roughly together, let's say. Risk it for the biscuit, says Hotto. I mean, it's extra risky with Alto. He's fluffed so many shots for us.
Locking in
In spite of having gunnery skill 10. And I think he's maxed out on tactics as well now. Let me just
Yes,
check.
Commander.
Why can't I see you? Why can't I see Alto? Come on. There we go. Yeah, so he's maxed out on gunnery and tactics. Yet still somehow it feels risky doing anything with that guy. It's just the way it is.
Move order received. On the move.
on the move. Ready for order.
Otto says, Doyle 2019. I have no idea how many people I've slaughtered. Yeah. Well, you know, I do lean in the direction of the Capellans. It is fitting. Okay. The mission hasn't ended yet, but it still could after I end this turn. But just in case, let's be positioned and ready in case there's more stuff.
We have the asset, Commander.
We're all good. We're all good. Okay. Apparently we slaughtered enough for that mission. So, Alto is out for 8 days, Sarge is out for 6 days. Apart from that, we got through that just fine. And that was fun. I do like using this heavy lance, particularly with the two SRM brawlers in it at the moment. I just love SRMs, and I also love being able to get away with using them. When we first started encountering LRM mechs in droves in my campaign, it really put me off playing too much of a brawl style for a while, because just getting wrecked by archers. But now we've progressed in the campaign. We've got some really good stuff, some top-notch pilots. It's a lot easier to get away with stuff, particularly if you're doing these lower level missions and you're taking yourself some overpowered stuff. Right, let's have a look. I kind of want to take pieces of Catapult A1 because they're so rare. Who knows when I might see another. But I wouldn't mind RNG getting the Hunchback 4J piece. But I think I do have a whole one of those. I can't remember. Also the Phoenix Hawk 1D, that would be nice for the collection. I'm not going to use it. It's terrible. You can't fit much in it. Just 4 energy slots, but it might be nice to just have in the museum, as I like to call it. Right, yeah, well, I'm probably just going to get jump jets and heat sinks, let's face it. Look how big this list is, oh my god. But we can always hope for mech parts, can't we? Let's see. Hotto's going for lunch. No worries, dude. Have a good lunch. Hope to catch you later. Are you streaming today? Oh, nice. We got the 3rd part of the Catapult A1. Happy days. That is a great roll. Oh, thank you. Thank you, RNG. That was good. So if I do encounter another one, I can afford to screw up the salvage attempt and still walk away with a mech. Because you can pretty much guarantee one piece, can't you? Well, I think that was the only mission in this location, so we're going to have to travel. Rigged, says Samurai. Something like that, yeah. You've seen me get bad loot rolled so many times. You know it's not rigged. Right, let me see. Oh, we've completed another Phoenix Hawk 1. Oh, joy. I'm so happy about that. Can you hear my enthusiasm as I shove that into storage right at the back in a dusty corner, never to be looked at again. Until maybe I sell it. But yeah, I believe I'm out of contracts here. Yeah, because I'm not on good terms with the pirates, so I can't do those. Right, let's travel again. Let's look for another 3 skull location. I'm looking for 3 skull and 2.5 skull missions. I don't want to go as low as a 2 skull location. I think that's just a bit silly. But I really, really want to see that wasp. Really want to see that wasp. Oh, is that flashpoint back? It is. It is. So we've got 175 days, so I can afford to mess about. I'm not going to start that this session, looking at the time. But what I want to do is at least be close enough to it so that I can start next session by doing that flashpoint, because I do like to get a whole flashpoint fit into one stream rather than splitting it up across multiple streams. So we will start tomorrow, in theory, with this flashpoint for the Kell Hounds, and we will finally get around to seeing Morgan Kell in his signature mech. Right, for now though, I've got other locations to go to. No, we're not doing flashpoints. We're doing 3 skull locations. If I can find one that is moving in the right direction, I might have to settle for a 2.5 skull. Looking at this, oh, there we go, Jackamal. That'll do. That's a 3 skull. Nothing special about it aside from that. That's an 18-day travel. Okay, all good. Do I have any repairs I need to do? I can't remember. I should have checked. I don't think I do, but I'll have a quick look just to be on the safe side. Nope, all good. What I will do while I'm at this interruption point though is... no, there is stuff. I've picked up a load of stability gyros in recent missions, haven't I? I should really check to see what I can fit those in. That's a good point. Also, I was holding off fixing up my medium lamps because I was using them in the previous location. So yes, I will be going to the mech lab. First though, XP time, and Alto is finally maxed out on guts and can get an extra point in piloting skill. That's good stuff. He's well on the way to being maxed out now. And Black Cat, after that mission, I'm going to continue saving up for gunnery skill, I think, with him. So that's going to be a little way off, but we will be using him in a lot of missions now. Now he's recovered from his injury. Emperor Krang still needs a fair bit more for another point in guts to max that out. Johnny and Minobu we've not used much. Shell, I think, had 1 mission today, but yep, nowhere near enough. Okay, so we're going to the mech bay. Yeah, Garrison is saying they actually put him in his archer. That's a pretty nifty change. Yes. So I can't remember the name of the guy that did the particular mod for that, but somebody modded and put Morgan Kell in his signature mech, and that is included in the Battletech Extended 3025 package. Harry chose to add that mod in, and I think that's a good idea, and we've not seen it yet, so I'm looking forward to seeing it, seeing how that mech's fitted out. And of course, as part of that flashpoint, I'm sure 90% of you know by now, you do get to use Morgan Kell at one point in it. So yeah, we'll get to use that particular mech variant, which I'm very much looking forward to. But yeah, again, if anyone remembers the name of the guy that made that mod or manages to look it up on Nexus, please let me know in chat so I can give him the credit he's due by mentioning his name or her name. But yeah, I'm not aware of who actually did that. Right, I was going to fit in some stability gyros, so just double check the assault mechs first. I think all of the assault mechs were well kitted out by now. Yeah, I believe they are. Yeah, we definitely did the charger as well. Okay, so next priority for good gyros is my heavy lance, and I'm not going to manage to put one in this catapult A1 because unfortunately 2 of the laser slots are in the center torso, so that leaves no room for a stability gyro or anything like that, unless you want to forgo the medium lasers, which I don't. So that is just that, but I will have a look to see if there is any other improvement I can make here. We've already got +2 resolve in there. I've got another +2 resolve comm system I can stick in something else. Yeah, so as you can see, we've got 4 of those stability gyros, but I simply can't fit it in this. See if I can put any improved medium lasers in though. What have we got? No, we used them all on the Hunchback, didn't we? Okay, never mind. What about the SRMs? I think I'm out of the improved SRMs as well, so we'll move on. Bombardier, what have you got? Yeah, you've already got a good gyro. What about comms? Yeah, already got a +2. So onto the Marauder. Aha, the Marauder has room for an improvement, so we will do that. Right, so he's got a +2 resolve, but he doesn't have the maxed out gyro. So let's take one of those and slap it in. And that looks all good to me. Sarge says, if Morgan gets killed, do you get to keep his mech? Yeah, I don't think you can get him killed. I think, yeah, he just ejects and he's fine. And I don't think he's that generous that he'll let you steal his mech afterwards, unfortunately. All right, let's check. Okay, yeah, definitely want to improve the just in case. Hunchback 4G. And of course, just in case is the other guy behind this mod, working very closely with Harry78 on this. Alright, so we'll get a 30% stability gyro thrown in and a +2 resolve gain comm system. That's a nice improvement to this mech. I could put some better medium lasers in that in as well, couldn't I? They're just plain old normal medium lasers. So let's have a look. What have I got? Yeah, I guess we'll go for these. They're the best out of my options. +3 accuracy and +50% crit, so that's nice. That's only going to take 2 days to fit out. All good. And what have I got left? Skip to the Dervish because the Centurion is on my list of things to replace when the time comes, when I do get a new medium to play with. But for now, let's refit this Dervish. We can definitely put a gyro in here. So he's only got a 10% at the moment. Now he's got a 30%. Still have one spare. That's cool. Got a +1 resolve comm system. I think I'm out of +2s, and I definitely don't have any +3s, do I? Nope. Okay, so that'll do. Oh, do I have an improved SRM4? That's only a +2 damage one. Do I have a +4 damage one? Yes, I do. Okay, so yeah, I'll replace this +2 damage, +1 stability with just straight up damage. That's an improvement. Oh, do you know what? Look at that. I've got 2 spare SRM6s with improved damage. Well, I'm not going to throw them in this when I've got heavy mechs that I could improve with those. So that's another thing to look for as well, isn't it? So 2 +4 damage SRM6s. I think you're all kitted out, aren't you? Yep, you're all good. What about you? Yep, pretty sure that one's all good. Stalker's definitely all good. So, yeah, we're on to heavies. So, Bombardier or Catapult? I think the Bombardier is slightly less likely to lose SRM launchers. So, yeah, let's improve a couple of these on the Bombardier. We'll go for 1 in each side torso. Spread that improvement around a bit so we don't lose them all at once if we lose a single side torso. And we've got an improved one there we can stick in too. Let's do that. Yep, that'll do. 3 days to fix that up. Right, that's worth it. So yeah, I'm all good now, I think. Oh no, I could put something in that Centurion. Stick something in the head maybe. And I suppose I should check, see if I've got another improved LRM-15 since the last time I messed about with them. But no, doesn't look like I have. But we can stick something in the head. What have we got? Screw it, we'll stick that in. Not really much point in me sticking an injury resist thing in the head of this, since it tends to sit at the back. I guess I'll give it increased range view, find a thingamajiggy. It might come in handy at some point, but generally my other mechs are spotting for this, so it's not really going to come in that handy. But it's better than nothing at all, isn't it? Right, on we go with the travelling, finally. We've got a lot of work being done right now. Talking about Morgan Kellen trying to steal his mech off him. Sarge says, what if by accident we step on him after he ejects? Could be a plan. I mean, he has left his mercenary unit by that point, hasn't he? So, you know, he's not got the support. We could maybe get away with it. I like this plan, Sarge. Let's try. Right. We are getting close to our destination now. Fingers crossed there'll be more than one contract here, because I was a little disappointed with the last location. Just having a single contract for us to do. And we are going to hit a financial report, but we're doing just fine for money. We're over 18 mil. We've been making good, consistent money. In spite of our massive expenses, our overheads are huge in this mercenary outfit. We have a lot of mechs out. We have a lot of pilots. We are not running cheap here. But we're surviving. We're staying afloat. Striker, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. He's asking, how goes the war across the universe? Yeah, pretty good. Nobody's died. All good. We're hunting rare and lesser seen mech variants and bits, and we've seen some stuff today. We've seen some stuff and some things. Got a couple of pieces of the 40-ton Whitworth, which I'm looking forward to completing eventually.
Waypoint reached, Commander.
Right, let's go to the store first, see if there's anything to grab. This is not a potential Lost Tech location, so there won't be anything too exciting, but we'll just have a look at the variants. Urban Mech, R60C. What's that one come with? It's a Capellan variant. It's only a piece, so I can't see its loadout. Oh, right, I see. Shortage of small lasers, so they replaced it with a machine gun. Fair enough. What we got there? No, it's stability damage. I've already got enough of those. Heat bank. No, it's not a good one. Alright, all done there. On to the contracts. Come on, game. Be kind. Yeah, that's better. We've got options here. Cool. Oh, and we can build up some rep with the Free Worlds League. Ooh, target acquisition. Do you know what? I might actually do one. I've not done a target acquisition in a very long time. Mainly because target acquisitions scare me. And the reason why is that every time I did one on my Flashpoint playthrough, we ended up with at least one mech getting absolutely battered. And in one case, we lost Harry, didn't we? Harry in the Atlas back on my Flashpoint playthrough. Got legged just before he was ready to escape the mission. He got legged in the Atlas, knocked down, and then just wrecked. There was nothing I could do to save him. And oh man, that was a brutal mission. I think another pilot had to eject as well. I think we hobbled out of that with just 2 mechs standing. But that was a much higher difficulty level. This is only a 2.5 skull, so it should be a lot easier. But what makes the target acquisitions challenging is that you essentially don't have time to play safe, to use cover, to mess about. You're on a very tight time limit, and you've just got to run to these like target points, stand in them for a turn, in no cover with barely any protection, while you complete the objective. And of course, while you're doing that, there's no cover in those locations. You're just out in the open, getting shot by tons and tons of stuff, and the enemy does tend to have a lot of stuff on those missions. But I'm gonna overkill this just to be on the safe side. I'm gonna give it a try, but I'm not gonna. I would normally take my mediums out for a mission of this low difficulty, but I'm actually gonna stick with the heavies in anticipation of this being a bit nasty. So we're in a jungle environment here. Okay. And yep, we'll stick with these pilots. Hold on. Do I want to risk Sarge here? I think risking Sarge might be a bad idea. Then again, that Devil Dog is pretty quick for an assault mech. 3 movement. I mean, everything I've got has got 3 movement, and I think 3 movement is usually enough to reach even the furthest target acquisition point. So yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm a little bit worried about Black Cat because he's not got the bulwark, but it's why am I worrying? This is 2.5 skulls, and I've got 3 heavies and an assault. Why am I even thinking about this? Just launch. This is going to be fine. This is not going to hurt. It's all good. Oh, Sarge was suggesting the Charger. I didn't take the Charger because the Charger's a bit slower. And what I'm probably going to end up doing is I'll send my toughest mech to the furthest point. Since they're all the same speed pretty much anyway, I'll send the Thug running to the furthest point because he's got the most armor. He can take the most incoming fire while he runs to the control point. Yeah, I mean, this is serious overkill. Like, you should be doing this with mediums, like not what I'm taking. But again, I've got issues with target acquisition missions, just memories of bad times and dead pilots. So I just want to play safe here. Pacifist, hey dude, how you doing? Good to see you. Sarge says no such thing as overkill. Well, we'll see about that. Like, we'll do this mission, and the enemy will just have a load of lights. Like, I'll just be seeing 20 tonners. I'll be like, oh god, I feel bad. I shouldn't have done this. Poor guys. Still, you never know. We might see a Wasp. Still looking for a Wasp, aren't we, as well? Got to see that new model. Get a nice zoom in on it. Get a close up. Oh, Garrison said, I started with a Wasp, just had to unpack it from the bay. It is slick. Oh, I've not seen one. I haven't even looked. I've not Googled, I've not looked on the internet or anything. I'm just kind of waiting to see one in game. So that will be my first sighting of a Wasp, of the new model, when I encounter one in game. So I'm looking forward to it. Oh, this mission is taking forever to load. Come on, load faster, damn it. I mean, it's not doing the infinite load spinny thing. So, you know, there's hope that it's going to load. Ah, there we go. We're all good. We're all good. It's when it does that, like, constant spinning, that's when I know it's really screwed. But yeah, this is fine. This was just a long load. I guess because it's one of the newer mission types, it has a lot to load in. New map as well. Okay, yep. Details. I know what I'm doing. We've got this, boys. Right, so let's figure out where the furthest point is. See, there's one right the way over there. I mean, look, that's absolutely miles away. So we've got one here, bunch of enemies. One here, absolutely miles away. And one here, and a bunch of enemies. Okay. This is why these ones are challenging. Right. So, and again, like I was saying, look, like to hold that point, there's absolutely no cover. You've just got to sit there out in the open, in the water as well, just getting shot at and hold it for 2 rounds. That's not easy. Fortunately, there's a little bit of cover overlapping onto this one, and this one's full of cover, so it's a little easier than your average map for this, where quite often none of the points have any cover. But this one is going to be brutal. So that's the one I'm going to send Sarge to in the Devil Dog Mark II Thug. And I now wish I'd put myself in this, because this is a risky job. This is a very risky job.
Roger.
Okay. I'm going to send the Marauder to support Sarge, because I think this is going to be the hardest job there. And the Marauder's got long range ability, so we'll be able to assist, hopefully from a safe distance. But that means these other two have got to take a point each, which is going to be rough. Now, happy days, I'm seeing a 35 tonner as the first thing, so perhaps things might not be as hard as they could be. If I'm going to have just lights thrown at me, this should be pretty straightforward. But we've still got a long way to run to get to that control point right at the top. Place the beacon there. So you can't really afford to mess around, because if you look, you've got 9 rounds to do it, right? But that's not really 9 rounds, because you've got to sit on it for 2 rounds. So really, I've got 7 rounds to get there, and then 2 rounds to sit on it if you want to get through it without failing, which obviously we would like to achieve. So, how am I going to do this?
How might I help?
Ready.
All right. So I'm going to go for a vigilance on Black Cat. He only gets 20% protection from vigilance because he doesn't have bulwark skill as well, but it's at least some protection. Everything is unknown, and oh, Jenna D. I'm excited because you don't see that many Jennas. They're pretty rare in this mod. Still, we've never seen the Jenna F, and I would quite like to get my hands on a Jenna F variant one day. Perhaps give me an excuse to bring out a light lance for a change as well. Do some missions with those. That was something I did a bunch of on my Flashpoint playthrough. We did bring whole light lances out for missions at various points. Alright, Alto, I'm just going to sprint with Alto.
Roger.
Just going to rely on evasion. Yeah, well, basically you've got to place it, and then you've got to sit. You've got to sit on the location for 2 rounds to get the beacon locked on or something like that. So yeah, it is kind of misleading, isn't it? But yeah, trust me, you've got less time than it appears to achieve it, which makes it kind of tricky. Right, I'm going to reserve Krang here. I want to move Sarge first. What is this stuff? Spore fields. Oh god, suffer additional damage, but +4 difficulty to hit units passing through spore clouds. Yeah, since I'm sprinting Sarge anyway, I'm just going to sprint through the spores. Might work in our favour.
Waiting for order.
Emperor Krang is also going to sprint.
On it.
Yeah, you get after you've got everyone on the points. Yeah, you get extra time after that, sure. But yeah, those turns go quickly when you've got a long way to run. What are we seeing? Standard common Wolverine. Oh, Jesus, that was a solid hit there.
Systems holding.
Evasion counting for absolutely nothing on the catapult A1 at that point. So yeah, we're up against an Irby, and Jesus. Of course it's the AC-20 variant Irby, the R60L there, packing an AC-20 and a small laser. I mean, why wouldn't I come up against the nastiest Irby possible when I've basically got to just run for my life at every opportunity, going for the objectives with very little time for shooting stuff. But I'm going to have to try to shoot this. Like, I mean, if I don't, he could absolutely wreck me. But I can't really afford to shoot with Alto. Alto's got to sprint. Like, if I've got any hope of reaching this objective up there, Alto needs to sprint every turn, I think. I'm not sure I can do it if I sprint through the water. That slows you down so much. Ah, Sarge's evasion working out there. Nice. AI's got a lot of mechs to take turns with at the moment. And again, this is another problem. So, you know, you build up some evasion and then so many mechs have turns that by the time, you know, 3 of them have shot you, your evasion's almost gone. And then you're in trouble. And speaking of which, oh god. AC-20 round connecting there. So it says maybe if you keep the Irby in the water, he'll drown. If only I was that lucky.
Minimal damage on that hit.
Shoot a hole in it and watch it fill with water. But yeah, that's probably not going to happen, is it? He just wants a hug, Doyle, says Garrison. Oh, Garrison got wrecked by the bot for all caps. Too many caps. Oh dear. Right. Yeah, Alto needs to sprint. But you see, this is where the dilemma occurs. Because it's like, well, I mean, I've not really got enough time to do anything other than sprint if I'm hoping to reach this far point there. But if I just keep running by all this stuff, I could easily, very easily end up getting wrecked by it. Oh, man. I mean, ideally, I think the game wants you to take a light mech, a fast light mech, to go do that job. But again, having done that myself and tried that out, I tend to find that just running fast light mechs, they will have so many things shoot at them that they run out of evasion and get wrecked. And in fact, that's how Fat Falcon died. We lost Fat Falcon in a Firestarter. That was the very last target acquisition mission that I did, where I actually took a light mech for it. And yeah, it just ended up not being worthwhile. This map, however, I mean, maybe I should have, because that is so much further away than it usually is on other maps. But we'll see. We'll see what occurs. In the meantime, I have some killing to do. Hey, Buzzkill, how you doing? Hope you're well, mate.
Waiting for orders.
Right, Sarge. Oh, man. Okay, Sarge has got time. Sarge has got time. So I can do a slower advance with Sarge at the moment, I think. Let me count. Yeah, he's not too far away. The downside is just having to deal with no cover at all. Oh, there's a wasp! There's a wasp! Finally, we see a wasp! Something good has come out of this mission. I say we see a wasp. We see the very top of a wasp. Bloody typical. I've been waiting to see a wasp for ages, for days now. We finally find one, but it's submerged underwater and we can barely see it. So there you go, guys. There is a close-up of the top of a wasp. You can see it's got his little antennas there. It's got 2. That does look pretty cool. Shame the rest of it's all blurry and underwater, but that is a wasp. What else have we got? Oh no, Firestarter. And the Phoenix Hawk. Oh man. Oh man. I suppose the Firestarter is not going to be much of a problem since I'm standing in water. So we'll shoot up the Phoenix Hawk with Sarge.
Taking the shot.
Sarge says antennas are correct. Yeah, that's about the only thing we can see. It's like, yeah, antennas look good. Yeah, that's cool. Here he is, the wasp moving. Firing what looked to be an SRM2. Was that really an SRM2 or was that a 4? Oh, it's a single SRM4, of course.
Reporting. Minimal damage.
Garrison said, how does one start fires in water? I think it's called napalm, isn't it? I think that'll start a fire anywhere.
Ready for orders.
Right, Black Cat already with an arm hanging off, and thanks to that urban mech, no doubt. Right, I'm going to have to go for vigilance, and I need to try to kill the Irby. I have no other options. This thing needs to die. Please die, Irby. There we go. Oh, right. So, that's the scariest weapon on the battlefield removed right now. The AC-20 Irby is down. Still, we're now on round 7. I have 5 more rounds to get onto all 3 of the objectives. 2 of them, I'm pretty sure we're going to achieve no problem. It's this far one I'm really concerned about. We're going to have to do a lot of sprinting with Alto to reach that. And all of it through water as well. Sarge is taking quite a pounding. They've moved around his flank. Shooting into the side of his thug, which is a little bit concerning. Oh, and of course there's still a Wolverine. And I'm out in the open in no cover here. Are you seeing why I'm careful about taking on these target acquisition missions yet? Are you seeing it? Do you get it? Do you see why it's tricky? And this is with what I would consider to be an overkill lance as well, you know. This was like 2.5 skulls and I'm taking this on with 3 heavy mechs and an assault. This is, you know, I'm way over equipped for it, but still it's a nasty challenge. Right, vigilance on Alto and sprint, and I have no options here but to leave his rear vulnerable to these mechs here, and this is scary times because he's going to get no protection. But I've got to try to take the most direct route and keep sprinting. Now, am I going to hit deep water that's going to stop me? Oh my god, I hope not. Maybe I should have gone over the island this way around. Oh crap. Okay, yeah, maybe we'll take a slight detour. Yeah, we're going there. Okay, at least that keeps my rear safer on the plus side. On the downside, it puts me within cockpit punching range of that Wolverine, which is scary. Okay, Emperor Krang. What am I doing here? It's moving back a little bit. Keeping him in the water at the moment because this is a hot mech and being in the water allows me to get that many extra rounds of shooting done. There's a Griffin there. Oh my god. Right. Let's try to nail this Phoenix Hawk. Oh god, he's got so much evasion. Oh, I can't nail the Phoenix Hawk. What should I shoot? I guess the Firestar. At least I've got good chances of hitting the Firestar. There we go. HBFT says, LRMs remind me of fireworks in the sky. Somewhat joyous, somewhat frightening.
Yes, Commander.
I think that's a fair assessment. Right, Sarge. Oh, man. You need to kill something, Sarge. What are we going to kill? Let's kill this Firestarter, since he's easy to hit. Good. That's a mech removed. Still got 2 mediums and another light to deal with here.
Get this done, team.
Yeah, I like the look of Griffins. I'm not so much a fan of them in terms of how much fits in them. I prefer a 50-ton medium because you can generally fit more stuff in a 50-tonner because they have smaller engines. But I do like how the Griffin looks. It's a pretty cool mech. Aesthetically. Right. Oh, man. Oh, man. 6 rounds now, Alto. Keep running, dude. Keep running. Again, I'm going to pop vigilance on him, and he is going to sprint for his life and for the objective. At least I can move a little bit faster while I'm running over this island, but then I'm going to have to run through trees. That's going to slow me down. Oh, this is going to be tight. This is going to be so tight. Will you stop shooting, Sarge?
Losing armor left and right here.
Oh, no, you are, Sarge. You're losing armor. Everybody's losing armor. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? Maybe just try to wreck that Jenner. So then there's one less target to worry about getting around the back. And I need to save vigilance for one of my mechs over the other side, so Black Cat's just going to have to make do with only 20% damage reduction, even though he's facing off against 3 mechs, which is scary. That left arm's empty, so don't worry about that, but... okay, yeah, try to wreck the Jenner, I suppose. All those missiles. Okay, we've blown half of the mech away and caused a pilot injury. But not enough to take the center torso out. Oh, will everybody stop shooting, Sarge? Please, stop it.
Not much armor left.
6
in that
rounds.
location.
Oh no! Oh no! He's shooting at Alto's rear. Oh god. I'm so relieved that AC-5 missed.
Barely hit, Commander.
That could have wiped his armor out. I mean, I do tend to have low back armor on my mechs. It's a little bit risky.
Get it. Single up.
Oh god! Oh god! Speaking of which, that's a rear attack. Thanks to the jump jets of that Vindicator. And I believe we've just lost an improved SRM-6. Oh no, we haven't. It's just crit. It's not actually blown up. But it is bad. And yeah, rear armor really, really not good now on Black Cat. Right, Emperor Krang. Emperor Krang, what am I going to do? I think I'm going to sit Emperor Krang in cover now.
Roger that.
I can always step back into the water should I need to lose some more heat. What to shoot? What to shoot? I mean, that Griffin is a big threat. Oh, what do I do here? What do I do? Do I go for precision striking and just trying to take out that CT? No, I can't. I can't. I absolutely can't. I mean, look at the state of this thug already. Look at the state of it. I've got to use vigilance on the thug, so no precision striking. So if I'm going to be shooting inaccurately, maybe I'll just go for this Phoenix Hawk. Like the Wasp I'm not worried about. One SRM4, meh, whatever. The Griffin's the biggest threat in this little group, but the Phoenix Hawk is almost dead, so if I go for this, at least there's a chance of removing it. Plus, it looks like it's trying to position itself and get around the rear of Sarge's thug, which would be bad news, of course. Right, Sarge. Let's, I mean, I still need to keep moving forwards towards that objective. Gonna put his rear at risk to this Wolverine, but what's the rear armor? 45. So yeah, I can get away with taking one AC-5 to the back.
Location confirmed.
All right, let's chance it. Vigilance, and let's see if we can wreck or at least neuter this Phoenix Hawk. If we can remove
Locking in
as much firepower as possible, even if we don't kill it, that's a good thing. We did kill it though, so that's good. Alright, so now I can ignore the Wasp. I can afford to go for that Griffin,
Let's go.
which is actually a reasonable threat to a mech in this, the condition that Sarge is in.
Yes,
Right, Alto though. Alto needs to be doing more sprinting. And I think now he's far enough away that I can get away without continuing to use Vigilance. So we will just sprint and pray that nothing hits him in the ass
Sprinting.
due to line of sight and or distance. 5 rounds remaining. And a trudge through water ahead. I think we're just about going to make it with Alto. It's going to be tight though. Run, Alto, run, says Sarge. Yeah. Oh god. No. No. The thug the thug is open. I think we've got spare improved large lasers. I think. I'm not sure if I've got the plus accuracy and plus damage ones spare though.
internal damage.
And again, we've got Bombardier, not Bombadil. We've got Bombadil in a bad position. We've got the Bombardier in a bad position. Black Cat very much at risk against these two mechs. And being picked apart on his own. He's got to make it to that control point as well. He needs to not die.
Standing by.
And I need to go for a quick kill here. And I think the way to do this is to get into the rear of this Vindicator. I mean, the Gen is almost down, but not quite. But that Vindicator is dangerous. Very dangerous. So I'm going to have to go for Vigilance. That's only 20% protection. Oh man, is that the angle I'm going to have to be at? Oh, that's terrible. But I've got to do it. I've got to do it. I need to wreck that guy, because if he jumps over my head and shoots me in the ass again, like that could be curtains for Black Cat. So let's do it. That's a lot of missiles shot into the back of this guy. We've not killed him, but he should be damn close. He's going to want to be very careful after that. Let's have a look. 23 internals left on the CT. And yeah, either of the side torsos could be ripped off if I get a second volley into the rear of that guy. So what I'm hoping that'll at least cause the AI to do is crap their pants and back off rather than stay too close, allowing me another rear shot. But you never know. It might weigh up the risk reward and decide it's better off just taking the risk and slamming more fire into the rear of Black Cat's bombardier. Scary times ahead, whatever way you look at it. Right, Sarge, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving towards this objective. And yeah, we're going to go for... he's got no chance of vigilance here. So my choice is, do I brace or do I shoot? Oh man, that right torso is in a very bad way. But that's the PPC arm that's facing towards Sarge right now, and if I knock that off, that is a good result. Do you know what? I think I'm going to chance it. I'm going to not brace, and I'm going to shoot with Sarge, because removing that PPC is a big deal if I manage to achieve it. So let's give ourselves a chance. I think I got 2 or 3 large lasers into that arm, so we're close. We're close. Oh, look at that. 15 hit points remaining on that PPC arm. Now, what we require is a little bit of luck from Emperor Krang. And I'm going to step him into the water because he's built up a little bit of heat, and I want to give him a chance to fire for much longer without having to use coolant vents. So I'm stepping out into the water, also presenting myself as a target that is, you know, almost equally vulnerable to Sarge. So I can hope that they might that it might draw some fire towards the Marauder instead, because he's fully armored right now. But yeah, we're going to go for an alpha strike on this Griffin, and really we're hoping for a lot of luck here and hoping that we can just hit that arm and remove the PPC. And it doesn't look like we got it. Oh god, Darius. Yeah, I know, Darius. I'm on it, mate. I'm on it. Like, I'm aware. We have 4 rounds remaining, which means I have 2 rounds remaining to get everybody on the objectives, or this mission will fail. And as ever, things are tight. Things are tight. Oh, chat is shouting, shoot, shoot, shoot. Yep, yep. We went for the shot. I didn't see what you were saying until I'd taken it, but yeah. I agree with that advice. Right, let's see. Oh, so we hit the leg and not the arm. That's a damn shame. Right, Black Cat. I've got to go with Black Cat. Right, that gets him into the objective zone, but he can't shoot anyone. No, hold on. This is where that ace pilot comes in handy, because I can shoot first and then move. So do you know what? I'm gonna unload into the back of this Vindicator with Black Cat, then I'm gonna move. So come on, kill him. Yes, CT destroyed, mech down. We needed that. Well done, Black Cat. Right, now I can move thanks to the awesomeness that is ace pilot. But I can't move there because, look, the facing would be terrible. The back is very vulnerable, so I can't move onto that objective yet. So I'm going to have to move there, and that is still risky. That Jenner could still get in the rear, but what's this Jenner got left for firepower? Just 2 medium lasers. I think that's worth the risk. Or I could go there and twist fully round, and I'm still in range of getting on there next turn. Yeah, all right, we'll do that. Let's go here. I also want to give him some vigilance, actually, for extra protection. Because I've got no backup plan. If Black Cat goes down, there's no backup plan for taking this point, and there's no time to have anyone else respond to it. So it's all or nothing for Black Cat. Right, this is the one I'm worried about. I'm not sure Alto's going to make this. I'm really not sure. I don't think he's going to. I've got 2 rounds to do it. That's it. That's as far as I can sprint him.
Yes, Commander.
And if he can't reach it on the next sprint, I think we're screwed. Sarge as well is going to have to get a shift on.
Good to go.
Right, what can I achieve here? Oh, that Griffin has angled himself so that he's keeping his damaged side safe from me. And I can't get Emperor Krang. Oh, hold on. That was front arc. Yeah, we'll go for that. That works for me. Right, going to go precision strike. And I'm just going to try to shoot that arm straight off. Right, we got the right arm. Okay, that's reduced his firepower.
Critical hit.
Sarge is almost certainly going to have to leave his rear exposed. Well, speaking of exposed rears, oh god, ouch. Oh, at least the AC-5 missed.
Where's all my armor?
Oh, this is so brutal. Right, Sarge, he's got 2 rounds, so he can afford to make one more normal move in the right direction. I can't be in a position to shoot that Griffin. What if I'm there? How far does a sprint get him in water? Oh, that's great. Yeah, no, that's fine. So yeah, I can afford this move and then sprint him next turn. So I'm actually going to do this, and we'll go for shooting that Griffin in the back, I think. Because again, the Wasp is not a big concern.
Taking the shot.
Not a bad effort. Left torso gone, right leg gone.
Inflicted
That Griffin is in a bad way now. Pilot incapacitated. Alright, good stuff. Right, so yeah, the only concern I've got is Alto going to make it? And this is why perhaps you want a fast medium or a light in the lance for making it. If you're playing target acquisition on this particular map, it is worth remembering that point is very far away. Now, it's been a long time since I've done one. I didn't remember this map, and if I had, I'd have taken something even faster. Oh god, Black Cat. Oh god. Oh, they're determined to take him out, aren't they?
Aye, aye.
Right. So he now has to step on. This is my last chance. He's got to step on that objective there. And yeah, I mean, his back is just going to be vulnerable. There's no two ways about it. There's nothing I can do. Commander, I don't think they're very happy with you down there. Incoming hostiles. All right, yeah, fine. Yeah. Why not throw more enemies at me at this point? Of course, I can handle that. That'll be fine. No worries. Jesus. Right, so this Wolverine's completely fresh. I don't know what I'm even going to do about that. At the very least, I can try to neuter this Jenna, but oh man, I'm going to have to switch off weapons here. Well, let's switch off stuff with the lowest chance to hit. All right, 1. So I can still fire 4 SRM6s. Yeah, I mean, there's a reasonable chance of wrecking the Jenna here, or at least taking off the other side torso. Oh, we didn't manage it. We got a left arm off, though.
Critical hit.
So what does that leave the Jenna with? Does that leave him weaponless? Is he just down to melee? No, the Wolverine's going for another back shot. Oh, will you just pack that in? Please stop. Please stop doing that, Wolverine. This is painful. Right, Alto. This is the crunch. This is it. Look, he can't make it. He can't make it. Maybe it'll count. Maybe it'll let me do it next turn and it'll still count. I'm not sure though. But yeah, well, this is all I can do. This is the best I've got. Alto's gonna have to sprint there. This might be mission failed. Okay, so now we've taken a good look at that Wasp. Oh man, do you know what? Do you know what? This is a much better plan. Let's go shoot up that Wolverine. Emperor Crane, can he assist from the water? No, he can't. All right, so I'm gonna have to be out of the water. But yeah, Black Cat definitely needs help with the Wolverine. Sarge is going to be just fine dealing with that Wasp. So we're going to fire at this guy over here. And yep, going for an Alpha Strike. I've still got coolant vent available, and I'm glad I do, because I'm probably going to need it if this goes on any longer. Then again, we might be about to fail, because Alto can't quite reach the objective. And Sarge is going to have to sprint, and he needs to stand on the objective as well. Just looking at what gets him a good amount of evasion. So that looks like the best spot for getting evasion. Which torso is the weak one? The right torso. So yeah, we'll angle left facing the Wasp.
Understood.
And that's 2 mechs on 2 objective points now. So the only one I'm concerned about is Alto. It hasn't failed me, so I think I'm going to be alright. If I move Alto on this round, it's still going to count, I think. Maybe. We'll see. Because the enemy's still doing stuff, aren't they? We might be okay. We might be okay. Well, I say that. Black Cat does need to live. And he needs to survive for 1 more round on this objective location, and there's not a lot I can do here. Not a lot I can do. I mean, that guy is just going to keep stepping into my rear arc no matter what. I guess at best I can just try to kill the Jenner. I can give him some vigilance for some protection. He's running really hot now, so I need to switch that off. And yeah, I'm going to have to switch that off as well. So just 2 SRM6s to fire at this Jenner. Still, that's he's already lost all his weapons. I don't think that's going to be enough to kill him unless I get really lucky and happen to hit both legs at once from this side angle. I'm not sure that's even possible, but oh no, I can still fire 3. Hold on a minute. Let's switch that off and one with a better chance to hit on. I know that does more damage, but I'd rather have a chance to hit here. Yeah, there we go. So we'll fire 3 with Black Cat. Come on. Come on. Oh, he's got 60% damage reduction. We blew the left leg off and the left torso, but we didn't get the right leg. That Jenner's in a very bad way now, though. Oh, stop shooting in the rear. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, what is... How is he still alive? I really don't know. He's taking so much rear damage. 62 internals on the centre, 55 on the left, 19 on the right. Man, I mean, we've been lucky that the Wolverine has been missing shot after shot with that AC5. And of course, it's probably because he's within his minimum range for the AC5. But oh, I can't believe how well Black Cat has been surviving here. Right, Alto needs to step on to the objective. And fingers crossed, it will still count as having 2 rounds remaining, and this will count, because otherwise we're completely screwed. So brace, Alto. Emperor Krang. Yeah, I'm going to keep assisting with what's going on over here, and I'm going to step him into the water because I can lose some heat that way. I'm also going to coolant vent this time because I want to keep up alpha striking. And I'm going to go for a precision strike too, because I would quite like to remove that AC5, because that's a huge threat to me. So, well, to the rear of Black Cat. And it's going to hit eventually, so let's just try to straight up take that out. There we go, mission accomplished. So I've now improved Black Cat's chances of surviving. Right, Sarge is all good over here. Let's just move him a little bit. No, I can't get any evasion built up because it's such a tight space. You see what I mean about these missions? Like, there's just no... You just got to sit there and take your licks, basically. There's no cover. You can't even get any evasion once you're in. You've still got to sit in this location for one more turn. So I'm going to keep the right torso angled away from this Wasp just to keep it safe. And my options are brace or shoot. And again, I think I've got plenty of armor on this left side. I'm just going to shoot at the Wasp. There's every chance Sarge could just wipe this thing out with the firepower he's got. So we're going for the shoot. Right arm gone. Left leg gone. Left arm gone. And Wasp knocked over. He's not quite dead though, but yeah, that was brutal. Poor thing. Yeah, shoot. The vote from chat is shoot. Oh, Commander, they're sending out a lot of vehicles. I mean, a lot. Brilliant. Awesome. Just what I wanted to hear. And of course, after we do this, even if I pull off the target acquisition aspect of the mission, you also have to extract without dying. And I have no idea where the extraction point's going to be for this mission. I've got no clue how far I'm going to have to run my guys to pull out. Okay, yeah. So, is this going to be possible on Beacon Charlie? I still don't know the answer to that. We're going to have to see. Black Cat still needs to hold his ground for one more turn. Oh my god. Oh my god. Right, and I'll turn around again and give him vigilance again. He's still running hot as the sun. What should I shoot? I guess I'll shoot this Wolverine up, because if I can remove even more firepower, that's a good thing. I mean, the Jenner is already reduced to nothing pretty much. He's down and on his back, so he's an easy finish, but I think I'll chance the melee attack from a legged Jenner I think I should be alright. He'll probably be able to reach melee, I think. He's pretty damn close, even for one leg hobbling. So he'll probably be able to reach melee, but he's not going to do too much with a melee attack. Yeah, so we're going for the Wolverine. Can I afford to switch on another SRM? I can at this point, so 4 SRM6s into the Wolverine it is. And of course I'm praying that we hit those side torsos and remove some weapons, but got some orange in there, but not enough. We did knock him down though. Obviously the massive SRMs doing a good amount of stability damage. Okay, let's see if the Jenner can reach to give a melee attack. What's he going to do? Yep, he's doing it. He's doing it. He's reached. He's hobbling. It's awkward. Oh! Oh, God. It's all right. That arm was empty. We're all good. That was an empty arm. We can afford to lose that, I think. Just double check. Yeah, there you go. That was the empty arm. Everything's fine. Black Cat's got this, guys. He's got this. Right, now, Alto, from his position, yeah, his vehicle's showing up. And we see an 80-tonner and a 75-tonner. Brilliant. So what I'm going to do with Alto is I'm going to back away a little bit and hope that I can drag out them getting any line of sight for a little bit longer. Or at least getting in range. And then brace him up. And now Emperor Krang. Emperor Krang. Now, I've no idea where this extraction point's going to be, but Emperor Krang is right at the back as I see it. And the extraction point, if I have to guess, is going to be somewhere over here. Like, you know, somewhere really inconvenient and out of the way where I have to run absolutely miles through deep water and all sorts to get to it. So, yeah, I'm going to guess it's going to be up there. So I'm going to start moving Emperor Krang in that direction. But at the same time, I also want to have him contribute into the wrecking of this Wolverine.
On my way.
So, particularly while that Wolverine is downed, we want to take this cooled shot, and we'll go for the center torso. Yes, there he goes. Okay, we're not over the hill, but we're at least getting near the peak. We're nearing the crest of the hill. Whew, okay, right. Black Cat is now free agent. He has completed his mission. That is targeted. He is free to go. Same with Sarge. I have no idea where that extraction point's going to be still, because we still need Alto to hold out for one more round there. And what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And like I said, I was guessing the extraction point would be in that direction, so I think I'll chance it and you know, work on my guess being correct. And move Sarge northwards. It would probably be quicker for him to travel over land, actually. So if I can move him in the direction of land while also getting a shot off, we'll finish off that mech, and then he can just sprint his way to glory after that. Potentially smashing some vehicles as he goes as well. But yeah, first things first, we've got a Wasp to swat. Go Sarge. Okay, that's a Wasp dealt with. Shame we didn't get to see it not submerged after all that time, hoping to see a Wasp. All we see is the top of its head, but yeah, never mind. Maybe the next one. Okay, target locked. We've done it. We've actually done it. I wasn't sure if Alto was going to be allowed to pull that off because we were like right on the turn, but he did. Okay, so impact in 2 rounds, and then after that we start. Okay, so that's where the evac point is. So yeah, so the impact comes in 2 rounds, and then after that, we get a turn limit on how long we're allowed to, you know, before we have to have extracted. And Alto's going to have to do a lot of sprinting again, because of course he's absolutely miles away from it, isn't he? And to get to it, he's going to have to go through these vehicles. Sarge, it shouldn't be too bad. I mean, I moved him in the wrong direction, but he's a fast mech. He's got time to recover. Black Cat as well, he's going to be close enough. It's going to be all right for him, but oh my god, Alto again, it's going to be scary. But there is a sneaky little trick that I could pull with Alto if he's not going to make it. If he's not going to reach the extraction, as long as I reach the extraction with my other mechs or any mechs at all, I can eject with Alto. if I'm about to run out of time. As long as I do it before I run out of time, I can eject with him, and then it will count as everyone else extracting, and I won't fail the mission. So there is a fail-safe that you can pull off there. But I'd rather not eject him because it does mean losing the cockpit item. But anyway, in the meantime, we have the universe's toughest Jenner that refuses to die. This is the Black Knight of Jenners.
Taking the shot.
But finally, we've taken off both legs, and he goes down, and that frees up Black Cat to make his way towards the extraction point. Okay.
Awaiting orders.
Okay, Alto has got a horrible, horrible challenge here. How am I going to get him past these vehicles without him getting wrecked? Right, first of all, he needs vigilance, and he's going to have to sprint. And it's like sprinting through treacle with this water.
I understand.
And he's going to be vulnerable to both of these tanks. And let's see what they are. We might see some new vehicles here. Let's have a look. Oh joy, one's a Devastator. I think that's a new Devastator variant. I don't remember seeing this particular variant before. 2 AC-20s, 3 small lasers, a flamer, and an SRM-6. I mean, as if 2 AC-20s wasn't enough. That's scary as hell, just in its own right. And let's get a close look at this model here. It certainly looks like a vehicle that's packing 2 AC-20s. Look at those gun barrels there. That looks pretty sweet. That is awesome. Obviously, I'm not happy to see it at this point because I'm in deep doo-doo facing off against that. And that's just one tank. And the other one we can't see as well because that's hidden in the trees. But this is a new vehicle as well. This is the Zhukov. And that is packing 2 AC-10s and an SRM-6. So not quite as scary as this Devastator, but still pretty damn scary. Scary enough. I mean, over here, there's 2 SRM-6s, 2 AC-20s and 2 AC-10s, let alone the support weapons. But that's more than enough firepower to completely wreck Alto. Alto could be going down here. Oh, man. That's brutal. Well, we've got Sarge. We have Sarge, who is a sniper extraordinaire. Maybe he'll be able to do some work and help Alto out as he makes his way towards the extraction point. I'm not sure we're going to get line of sight. Yeah, no, Krang isn't going to be able to get line of sight because they're over the wrong side of this hill, as you can see here. That's blocking line of sight, but maybe Sarge can get a view from this angle. Perhaps, yeah, from here, he might be able to see that Devastator. If we can at least take that Devastator out, that'll help. Oh, man, I don't have time for faffing about, really, do I? So, let's... Actually, do you know what? Do you know what? Let's move Emperor Krang over in this direction and face him up, just in case one of those tanks comes into view, because it would be nice if he could assist. I'd really do with taking those out. Oh, there we go, there we go. Oh, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. Oh, crap. I thought he'd be shooting at Alto. I didn't think he'd be going for Emperor Krang. We just took 100 damage there from an AC-20. How is that in range? Oh my god, I suppose it is at, yeah, that's at the extreme range of the AC-20, isn't it? Oh my god, that could have been a dead Emperor Krang there if that had hit the cockpit.
Commander.
Jesus, right. Sarge, how far away are you? Yeah, he's alright. I think Sarge can sprint pretty far, can't he? Yeah, we've got time. Okay, so Sarge is going to fire his lasers at whatever vehicle he can see at this point. And he can see the Devastator. I'm going to go for a precision strike, you know, because if I can take this if I can take this vehicle down for very little fuss, that'll certainly help Alto's chances of making it. Because those AC-20s are brutal. There we go, vehicle destroyed. Good work, Sarge. Good work, Sarge. Never doubt the Sarge. There he goes. Proving himself once again to be reliable when we need him. And oh crap, everyone's going for Krang. I should never have put Krang here. That was the worst idea. I thought he was safe. I didn't really check the distance properly.
Incoming artillery fire.
Alright, incoming artillery fire. That's the mission. And you can see there's the marker. We're going to blow away that building, but
Yes,
we have more to do. What? Oh no! Oh no! Of course, yeah, of course. It keeps spawning vehicles, doesn't it? I was like, but we destroyed the Devastator. Why is there another Devastator? Of course there's another Devastator. They're just going to keep coming. Until this artillery round or orbital strike lands. So, yeah, one more round until impact. Once that goes, the vehicles stop coming then. But then we're started on the timer. We've got a very limited time with which to make it out. Oh my god, Alto is just going to have to take this. So I need vigilance for sure, and I need to sprint for sure because I don't have enough time to do anything else, which means Alto can't afford to shoot. He's just got to run. He's got to make it all the way to here. After sprinting all the way up one end of the map, he's got to sprint all the way back the other.
Receiving you.
All right, Black Hat. He's got plenty of time. He's going to go for a sprint.
No shooting, just running.
But he's certainly not going to be able to contribute to any shooting right now. Emperor Krang, on the other hand, I can move Emperor Krang into the cover of these trees. He definitely wants to be in light of the fact he was taking fire. But I suppose at least that gave Alto a turn's reprieve. I'm almost 100% sure that we're going to lose some weaponry off that catapult A1. Anyway, in the meantime, Emperor Krang is going to go for a precision strike on the Zhukov, and we'll go for the side. See if we can deck this in one. Structure exposed, but not down. Oh no. Oh no, he's shooting Alto, but he's whiffed the AC-10s. At least that's good news. The AC-10s sailing past Alto thanks to that tiny bit of evasion that he's got. You don't get much when you're running through water, but we'll take it. Alright, Sarge, again, continuing his move towards the extraction point and also his fire assistance towards these vehicles. And we don't have enough resolve to do any more precision strikes, so we're just going to fire any which way we can and just hope for the best. No, not good. Not good. It's not down. At least we're wearing the armour, though. What's this Devastator going to do? Oh, shoot Alto! Oh, no! Oh, no, that was bad. Oh, that hurt. That definitely hurt.
I'm taking internal damage.
Oh, no. And the Zhukov, he's going to shoot Alto as well. And that connects too. Oh, my God. This is brutal. This is brutal.
That wasn't good.
No, that wasn't good, Alto. You're damn right there, mate. That was not good. Still, we've destroyed the facility now. So all we've got to worry about is making it out. Actually, you know, reaching the extraction point. And also not dying. And there's 3 more vehicles to take out. And it's possible. It's possible. Right, Alto. What do I do? What do I do? How many turns have I got? Yeah, you see, look, only 4 rounds now. So 4 rounds for Alto to get from A to B. Which means I've got to sprint every turn. Or I just, you know, eject now. Okay, so 1 hit point remaining on that side torso. What do I lose if I eject? A comm system plus. I believe that's the +2 resolve one, isn't it? Oh, the calls are coming in for eject. It's the right thing to do, isn't it? It's the right thing to do. 1, it keeps him safe from the AC... Well, what have we got? We've got 2 AC-20s and 4 AC-10s over here. Never mind the other weapons. That's a lot of death potential for Alto's head. Like, even if I sprint... Let's look at how far I can sprint each turn. Like, even if I sprint... Like, I mean, I'm going to have to do most of it through water. So... That's 1 sprint, 2 sprints, where's that going to get me? About here. 3 sprints, where's that? About here. 4 sprints, he's not going to make it. I think he'll end up being left just short, like around this area. So, in light of that, I've just got to eject him. Just got to eject him. Or I could save him. What I could do, I don't have to eject him just yet. There's 4 more rounds to go. I could actually just try to wreck a vehicle with him and then eject him like the next round or when things are really dire. So that's the left torso. You see, I could go for vigilance. Let's do that. Let's do that. I could go for vigilance. I could hide my left torso and I could try wrecking one of these vehicles. If I can get the small lasers in range as well, that gives me a really good chance. Yeah, so left torso hidden. just showing the right in this direction. I reckon Sarge is going to be able to take out that Zhukov, and Alto has a good chance of wrecking this one, because I'm shooting directly into the side of it here with a pretty respectable, well, very respectable amount of firepower for a 65-ton mech. Question is, do I precision strike it? Or do I save that for Sarge? Does Sarge need it? Well, I'm going to have 2 mechs that can shoot at that. So, yeah, I'm going to precision strike this with Alto. Into the side. 95%. And then what should be left by the end of this little phase is just that single Devastator. Now, granted, that's still a big threat to Alto. But I'm gonna bank on it not double headshotting Alto with the AC-20s. I mean, that's a slim chance. So, I think we might be able to get away with this. Right, now, Emperor Krang, you're up. And I think I'm just going to step him into the water for this shot.
Roger that.
Just to keep the heat down. And let's have a look at the state of this Zhukov. Yeah, I mean, front is worn a little, side is very worn. We've just got to hit that right side once. And this is a dead tank. So, here we go. Maybe this will do it. It didn't do it. Okay, we've still got another chance with Sarge. We've got another chance. So the front is absolutely screwed now. The other side is screwed. Like, he's screwed every which way.
Ready for
All right, Black Cat. Let's do some sprinting with Black Cat. He's definitely going to make it out. He deserves to make it out after the punishment this poor guy took and the heroic effort of winning that control point on his own. He deserves to make it out. Okay, all right, I can live with that. So Emperor Krang managed to draw some fire away from Alto. That's all good.
Yes, Commander.
All right, now Sarge. Is Sarge even going to make that? 4 rounds. Let me check the sprint with Sarge. 1, 2. Yeah. So I can afford to move Sarge one more time and shoot, and then just sprint the rest of the way home.
Moving out.
I think I'm all right here. If I have to eject Sarge, I think. Oh no, that is a good comm system actually. No, I'd rather not eject Sarge. I think he'll make it with the sprinting though. Right, come on. That's a dead vehicle. Cool. All right, we're doing good here.
Vehicle down.
So now Alto just has to survive this Devastator. Don't die, Alto. Don't die. Yep, we're all good. We're all good. Result. Okay. So now Alto, should I eject with it? No, I still don't need to eject with him. I've got 3 more rounds. I mean, I could just wreck this last guy. So let's go for vigilance with Alto, and I'm going to try to wreck him. And yeah, I mean, right torso's a little worse for wear now, but as long as I keep angled to the right, I'm okay. And again, I'm going to go for a precision strike, just really try to smash this guy up. How much armor does he have on the side? 97. Okay, I mean, this is completely doable if enough hits. And I've got the small lasers in range as well. There he goes. Nice. Okay, so there are no more enemies left.
Vehicle destroyed.
Of course, Alto is definitely not going to make it to the extraction point, but we acknowledged that right from the off. And we're going to eject him, but we'll get everybody else out, I think.
Standing by. On the move.
Okay. 2 units made it so far. Just Sarge, I was a little bit concerned Sarge might not make it, but oh yeah, look at that sprint. Look at that sprint. The Thug is a fast 80-ton mech. Look at that. Yeah, he's gonna be just fine.
Let's go.
We're all good. And I mean, obviously Alto's not going to make it, but I may as well leave it till the last second. Just make him feel involved, you know. Right, Emperor Krang, you're all good. Black Cat, you're all good. Sarge should make it with this next sprint here. There we go. Sarge is all good.
On the move. Full speed.
And now there's one more round remaining. So here we go. It's time to eject Alto. Away you go, Alto. Good job wrecking those tanks and reaching that objective. I mean, Jesus, that was so far away. So as you've now seen, that was hairy. That was tight. And that was only 2.5 skulls for a target acquisition. It's a tough mission type. And as I said, I've taken what I consider to be overkill for this mission and still had a hard time. And you know, it really is tough reaching this objective point and then getting back to the extraction. And imagine if you take a light for that job, you know, and there's vehicles spawning here. Like, all it takes is for those vehicles to hit a light once or twice. There are enough of them that they can keep firing. Don't kid yourself by saying, oh, it's fine, a light will have loads of evasion, you won't have a problem. No, that evasion will go. That will go. You will keep getting shot at, you will run out of evasion. And all they need is to get lucky once with like one AC-20, and that could be a light leg just gone like that. Just bang. You know, one AC-20 can take your leg clean off. Then what are you going to do? You know, so it's really, really risky taking a light, or even a light fast medium like the Cicada, or, you know, something from the medium category that goes super fast. So we've just about pulled it off with a 65 tonner with 3 movement pips, but you know, we've not been able to get out as well. That's the downside. So it is doable with this kind of slower setup, but you know, you're probably more advised to use something a bit faster, but that's a trade-off. Using someone fast, you might just have to lose a pilot. They might die, you know, it could happen. Or at least acknowledge that you're going to have a mech get completely wrecked, you know. So, here we go. Alto ejecting. Confirm.
Punching out.
Phew, there he goes. There he goes. There's Alto. And everyone else escapes. Mission successful. Whew. Well, yeah, that had its hairy moments. And yeah, so when you're doing like the top difficulty ones of these, and you do encounter some of them in flashpoints that are extra difficult, you've just got wave after wave of mechs coming after you. You'll understand if you've not done them before, but if you've done them, you'll understand why I'm very, very wary of taking on those missions. They're an opportunity to get people killed, let's say that, and lose some good gear. But it's fun to do. It's a good challenge. Right. What did we salvage? I mean, I had no time to even think about salvage. So we lose a +2 resolve gain comm system from the A1 due to having to eject, but it's not the end of the world. We'll find more. And we also lost a heatsink from the Bombardier. And we need to repair that SRM-6. But aside from that, we got out of that pretty well. Honestly, I can't believe Black Cat didn't get wrecked. I cannot believe how many shots to the rear he took and still survived. Unbelievable. I'm honestly putting that down to luck, because you know, that Vindicator jumping in the rear arc and smashing him up, and then that Wolverine getting so many shots into the rear. The Jenner, I mean, I managed to reduce the firepower of the Jenner pretty quickly. The Vindicator, I managed to take that out pretty quickly. You know, it got one shot into my rear, and then we got 2 turns in a row of being able to shoot directly into his and taking him out. That went a long way. If I hadn't have taken that Vindicator down so quickly, Black Cat would have died for sure. Or, well, not necessarily died, but it would have been destroyed, you know. But that Wolverine had so many chances and just kept missing the AC-5. If he'd have been able to be a little bit further away and not be inside the minimum range of the AC-5, he'd have been hitting with that, and it would have been curtains for Black Cat. But thankfully, he could only jump in such a way as to leave himself inside its minimum range, and that is what saved me, in my opinion. That is what saved me, is that the Wolverine was having to take shots with that AC-5 inside of its minimum range, and of course doing that vastly reduces the chance to hit, and that's why he whiffed it turn after turn after turn. But I still think we're a little bit lucky, you know. Like, even if that AI was hitting on a 30% chance shot hits 30% of the time, you know, it still could have happened in any one of those attempts. So, yeah, I feel we got a little bit lucky there. But I'm very relieved to say Black Cat made it through the mission like a hero, pulling off that objective. And then we go, Sarge coming in very handy with that sniping thug, picking off a lot of kills there at range. Definitely glad we had that on the mission. And even Alto managing a couple of kills in spite of the fact that he did the most running of anyone in this mission to reach that objective point. Whew, well, that's a relief. The next one is going to seem very, very easy by comparison. Oh, thanks, Sarge. Nice one. Sarge, bringing my attention to the fact that I have 15 minutes remaining. So that means I'm probably not going to get another mission in, but we'll have a look at some things and some stuff, and then we'll see who's streaming, see who we can raid. Right. What do I want to take in salvage? Wow, I mean, almost nothing. I suppose I don't have a wasp of my own, do I? If I do, I'm not sure I have the 1L. I don't know. I mean, it looks terrible to me. 3 missile hardpoints, 1 support hardpoint, and it's only a 20-ton mech. What can you even do with that? but, you know, we could have one for the collection. So it says, a variant of the Wasp produced by Hell's Point for House Liao in 2799, the 1L replaced the medium laser and SRM-2 launcher with a single Holly SRM-4 launcher carried in the right arm, supplied with a single ton of reloads in the right torso. Absolutely terrible stock mech. But, you know, it's 20 tons, what do you expect? There's also the Irby, the R60L. So, meant for close-in city fighting, the R60L variant sacrifices armor to upscale its autocannon 10 to an autocannon 20. Absolutely brutal. And you can meet these, like, when you just start out. In fact, HBFT, where you are in the game right now, you may even have met one already. I think you were mentioning something like that last night, weren't you? But, yeah, when you've got nothing but lights and, you know, some of which are 20-tonners, and you enter a mission and you come up against this bad boy, you're in for a world of hurt. Like an AC-20, oh my god, so brutal to face early on. And I did myself face 1 or 2 of these early on in my playthrough, and yeah, they're scary. I mean, even things armed with AC-10s are scary as hell, but anything with an AC-20. In fact, was it a vehicle you met, or was it an Irby? I can't remember what you said now, but I think you did mention meeting an AC-20 early on and thinking, oh my god, what, you know, am I on the wrong difficulty here? What's going on? But yeah, no, it's just RNG. It can happen, and it's brutal. But let's take a piece of that, because I'm not sure I ever made a whole one of those, so we'll get one of those for the museum collection. What else should I take? There were no improved weapons that I saw that I want, so yeah, absolutely none. Not surprising, it's a low-level mission. So we're just going to loot mech parts. Maybe I'll just take 2 pieces of Griffin 1N. Gives me something to sell. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to have a whole Griffin. I can sell that at some point, and then we get a piece of the Wasp 1L and the Irby R60L. That'll do. Black Cat says that's a meme mech. It definitely is. The Irby, yeah, definitely a Battletech meme. Oh, Syrian saying, lose weapons or eject and keep them. Ha ha, ha 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 ha. I didn't lose any weapons. The risk was worth it. Alto was a hero. No, it's because I knew he had armor on that right side. Like, the left side obviously was, you know, one point of internal, and I could have lost a lot of weaponry from that left side. But I knew I could shield it, take out those other tanks, and keep that left side protected from the remaining Devastator. Yeah, I could afford to take 1 or 2 hits into that right side without running the risk of it falling off, which we did, you know. Obviously, again, I was using Vigilance coupled with Bulwark, so although Alto's sitting out in the open in the water with no cover to call his own, the combination of those two, that skill and that resolve ability, giving me a 40% damage reduction, which is enough to drop the AC-20 damage down to 60. So, you know, I thought that was worth the gamble, and the gamble paid off. We did manage to kill that tank. So, yeah, I was glad I didn't lose any weaponry.
That mech you asked for is cleared for fighting.
HBFT saying it was a Hetzer with an AC-20 that he met. The tank was definitely mostly gun, he says. Yeah, too right. So basically some flimsy armor built around a massive AC-20. But yeah, an AC-20 on anything in the early stages of the game is really scary to face, isn't it? You did well to come out of that. Right, let's put this Griffin in storage. Put this Wolverine in storage. And look at this, we've got all these repairs we need to do. Thanks to taking on that one mission. But you know, I think that was pretty fun and exciting. Hopefully, it was fun to watch. It was definitely edge of the seat stuff for me. I don't know about you guys, but those missions are always a challenge. Those target acquisitions, and again, it's because the mission objective forces you. As I said before the mission, it forces you to, you know, run for objectives with very little time to get there, and then sit out in the open and try to hold them. It deliberately puts you in a bad situation. And you've just somehow got to get through it, and that's what makes it interesting. Right, let's get this repaired. So I'm missing one heatsink. That's easy to fix. If I can find my heatsinks. Oh, there we go. Scrolled past them. So yeah, I think that was from the center. All right, all good. Bombardier sorted. Oh, do I have any improved SRM6s? I don't, do I? I think I did that all recently. Yeah, no, I don't. All right. Confirm. So Bombardier sorted.
Right.
Okay, Thug, just a simple repair, only taking 1 day, all good. And I think, did I lose a heat? Oh no, yeah, I've got to replace the comm system, haven't I? Because I ejected on the A1, so we will have to do a heat. What am I trying to say? We will have to do a refit on this. So let's repair that. What have I got to stick in instead? I don't have another comm system, do I? So could go injury resist, but you know, where's the fun in that? My pilots usually do just fine for injuries anyway. Let's go for the rangefinder. Only a 50-meter one, but it's better than having absolutely nothing in there. So that's that. 2 days to fit that up. And I think there was one more mission in this location, which obviously I'm not going to do this session. We'll do it next session. But same as ever, what I'll do is I'll do my wrapping up talky stuff for the YouTube video, and then if you can hang around, if you're feeling nice and that way inclined, and we'll look for someone to raid, hopefully make their day and cheer them up with a few extra viewers. Oh, thank you very much for the follow. Oh, that's not a follow. Sorry, my bad. Buzzkill, thank you very much for the resub. Really appreciate that, mate. Thank you so much. Yeah, I need to get a separate sound for follows and subs, don't I? So I can tell the difference, because that's not the first time I've made that mistake. Oh, thanks for the follow, and it was actually a sub. But yeah, thank you, Buzzkill. Really appreciate that, mate. Yeah, I will do my best to continue not getting you killed. You said Marines rule. They do, yes. My Marine pilots do just fine in this. Wow, so that's 3 month streak now, Buzzkill. Thank you. Awesome. Right, so I'm just going to have a quick check on the contracts just to double check. Yeah, oh, so I've got 2 more. So we'll do these next session. We've got a recovery in the lowlands and a destroyed base in the desert, which we'll do tomorrow. And yeah, that's all good. All right, so yeah, hang around, guys. I'm going to have a look for someone to raid. I'm going to do the sign-off stuff for YouTube. Also, don't forget, I will be back later tonight with another stream. If anyone's interested in seeing the Division 2, I'm playing that at the moment in my, what are we, Wednesday night evening slot. So come along and check that out if you're interested. So who have we got? We've got Onisod, Lahurst, Busted Budder, and Irish Madcat. Now, are any of them playing this mod? One of them's German. You guys don't speak German, or not all of you anyway, so we'll give that one a skip. No, not that one. No, not that one. I guess we'll go for Irish Madcat then, I think. Yeah. Unless someone's about to start. Is Pacifist around? And Pacifist, are you about to stream? Let me see. I'm not sure he is. I'm not sure he's around. Oh, Alto, I didn't realise you were watching. I've just seen you on the list. You pulled off some heroism in that last mission, Alto. I don't know if you caught it, but good job, mate. Right. I don't see Pacifist, so I'm not sure if he's streaming today. So what we'll do is we'll raid Irish Madcat. But first, time to sign off. So please come and join me, and that's in about 2 hours' time for some of Tom Clancy's The Division 2. I'll be playing that tonight, at least for a couple of hours, maybe 3, starting around 9 p.m. UK time. And I am, of course, back again with the usual slot of Battletech Extended 3025 mod, and that starts at 3 p.m. tomorrow if you're in the UK, or currently 11 a.m. Eastern if you're in the States. And I hope to see you all again for that, and hopefully we'll continue searching for some exciting new stuff. There are still lots of things to discover in this mod, and I'm looking forward to discovering them with you guys. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you very much. Please give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down depending on what you thought of the content, and subscribe to the channel for more stuff like this. For now, I'm out, and I'll catch you all next time.